Good evening, everyone, and welcome to IndyStar Friday Night Live presented by Bath Experts, the only show that brings you the week's biggest Indiana high school football games wherever you are, so you catch every jaw-dropping play, every thrilling finish, and all of the gridiron stars of tomorrow today. I'm your host, Justin Mack, coming to you live from the IndyStar newsroom, and sitting to my left, as always, is my right-hand man, IndyStar sports editor, and the guy who knows pretty much everything. At least he thinks he does. Matt Glenask. How you doing tonight, man?
Good. I don't have anything clever to say to add to that. So you want to just dive right into it? Did you tell them that we have 15 games?
I was going to get to that.
Oh.
This is going to be a big show. This show has been growing each and every week, thanks largely to your support and the support of all of our network partners. So this week we are coming statewide with 15 games. That's right, statewide 15 games. Thanks, shout out to our partners at the IHSAA. We're actually going to be on their website now too, so you can catch us on IndyStar.com, IHSAA, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. If MySpace was still popping, we'd probably be there too. Because
Friendster, too.
At Friendster, because as Matt likes to say,
if you've got a screen, we can be seen.
he's so happy he finally got to get that off.
I am.
So, with all those games, we want to get to the lineup. Let's go right and show you all the action we're going to be bringing you tonight on Friday Night Live.
Sure thing. We got Triton Central at Beech Grove, courtesy of the IHSAA Champions Network. Beech Grove, I think they're 5-2, so pretty good. Triton Central, the Tigers, had a really good year last year. Lost a lot, but still very competitive. Then we have Brother Rice coming in from Michigan to play Guerin Catholic, courtesy of the Indiana SRN. This is the second week in a row Guerin Catholic is playing a team from Michigan. They handled Pontiac Notre Dame last week, so they'll try to do it again from the people from up north. Then also courtesy of Indiana SRN, we have Covenant Christian at Park Tudor. That is the first ever meeting between these two teams, so something to keep an eye on. One of the games that really kind of catches my eye is Avon at Zionsville, courtesy of WHMB TV 40. Avon, obviously the number one team in 6A, undefeated. Zionsville's 3-4, but they have the offensive weapons to make that a game. So it might not be the runaway that some people might think it is, especially the way the weather is tonight.
Absolutely.
Weather like this, you try to pound it out on the ground. They have one of the best running backs in the state in sophomore Colin Price. So watch out for Zionsville in that one. Then we have Fishers at Westfield, courtesy of the Fisher Sports Network. Fishers got back on winning ways last week, so they beat Franklin Central. Westfield has lost 3 in a row, 4 in a row after a hot start, but they're still nothing to sneeze at. Westfield's a good team. Franklin Central at Hamilton Southeastern, courtesy of the Southeastern Sports Network. I'm being told that game might be a little bit delayed in terms of the viewing that we can do. The game's going to start on time, but whether or not the feed is up, they have a power issue, obviously, with all the storms in the area. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. Mooresville at Martinsville, courtesy of MHS Rewind, the students at Martinsville. Mooresville started the season 5-0. I think they were number 1 in 5A or 4A before they lost 2 in a row. Still a very good team. Martinsville, they didn't have their starting quarterback last week, but Tyrus Martin came in and in his first varsity start at quarterback, threw for 300 yards, led them to a last-second win over Perry Meridian.
That is a heck of a way to make a debut.
That was fun to watch. Then we have Roncalli at Columbus Northland in Ohio, courtesy of the Rebel Media Network. They're crossing state lines, the Rebels, so you probably didn't make the trip. So we'll be able to have live look-ins to that one. On our next screen, I promise it's coming. There we go. Lawrence,
games.
yes, exactly. Lawrence North at Center Grove, the CG Gridiron Network. Again, we've talked all year about the weapons Lawrence North has on offense. Donovan McCulley, Omar Cooper, Bashir Jones. Center Grove is really finding their groove. They've won 3 of their last 4 games. They still don't have their star running back Carson Steele, but Daniel Weems and Connor Delp have done a great job filling in. Brownsburg at Noblesville, courtesy of Hamilton County TV. There might not be a hotter team in the state in Class 6A than Brownsburg. They are really turning it on right now. I think they've won their last 3 games by an average of 28 points. Wow. Noblesville is struggling this year, so expect Brownsburg to really handle things there, especially because the running back, Donnie Marcus, has just been on fire recently. Then we have Bedford North Lawrence at Floyd Central, courtesy of Southern Indiana Sports Productions. This is one of those statewide games we're bringing to something to watch for. Floyd Central's running back, Wenkers Wright. He is among the state leaders in rushing, and he's actually a really interesting story. The Louisville Courier-Journal, one of our partners in the USA Today Network, did a really good feature on him. Family of Haitian immigrants, Haitian refugees, and what he's done this year has just been fantastic.
Remarkable stuff.
Another game outside our area, but in Fort Wayne, we have Carroll at Concordia, courtesy of the Summit City Sports. Then probably our best game of the night is Bishop Dwenger against Fort Wayne Snyder, courtesy of Summit City Sports as well. Bishop Dwenger is ranked, I believe, 4th in 5A, and Snyder is 6th in 6A. They're both 6-1, so that should be a great game to keep an eye on. Then we also have Fort Wayne Northrop at Fort Wayne Northside, courtesy of Summit City Sports again. And then the game you can watch on IndyStar.com in its entirety, courtesy of the MIC Network, is North Central at Pike. North Central, their first opportunity tonight to clinch a share of the MIC title if they win, and if Warren Central loses at Carmel, and we'll have live updates from that game with highlights. But North Central has never won the MIC in football. The conference has been there since 1996. If they win tonight and Warren Central loses at Carmel, North Central gets its first share of the MIC conference title.
So possibly history-making moment. I'm going to give my partner in crime a break because he just talked a lot all those games. We're going to jump right into the action that makes this show so special. Avon driving early in their matchup. So let's take you there now and give you a look at IndyStar Friday Night Live in action. All right, so just a little flavor of the action that we can bring you with our live look-ins here on IndyStar Friday Night Live, presented by Bath Experts. And to help you keep track of all the big stories on such a big night, let's kick it over to IndyStar High School sports insider Cal Nittenrip with 3 things to watch for.
Hello, Cal Nednerup here for IndyStar.com. It's Friday Night Live, and here with your 3 things to watch. First of all, going to be a big game out at Carmel tonight where the Greyhounds host Warren Central. That's a rematch of last year's state championship game won by Warren Central. Both teams have struggled a little bit here recently. Carmel has 2 losses in their last 2 games. Looking to get back on track. Warren Central, it took a kind of a last-minute touchdown last week to beat Lawrence North, 24-23. So it'll be interesting, I think, to see what happens in that game. It's another battle in the MIC where there has been some interesting things happen here lately. It's been we've written about it all year, but it's really been a balanced season in the MIC so far. So keep an eye on what happens tonight in Carmel. It'd be a big win if the Greyhounds can come back and end their losing streak. Of course, Warren's trying to stay right at the top of that MIC race. So should be a good one out there. I'll be out at Brebeuf Jesuit Cathedral tonight looking to see how the Irish handle their success after beating Louisville Trinity last week. Really surprising score, 28-7. Brebeuf has one of the best defenses in the state, led by Jay Higgins, the Iowa recruit, and he's going to have a tall task ahead of him tonight, trying to hold down Orrin Edwards in that Cathedral offense. But that'll be a game to watch as well. Should be a really interesting game out at Brebeuf tonight. If Brebeuf can keep it low scoring, they might have a chance to pull the upset tonight. And also, not something to watch tonight, but the sectional draw comes out on Sunday. So the kind of the interesting part of the season, the postseason is coming up. We'll have an idea of what the matchups are that first week of the season, and we'll get you set for all that on Sunday as it happens, and kind of the aftermath of what the best matchups will be going into week 1 of the sectional. So that's something to look forward to on Sunday. But get out and enjoy the games tonight. Something else to watch is the weather. It's not going to be great. Probably for the first time this season, we're going to have some rain and some wet weather tonight. But should be a fun night anyway. A lot of really good matchups again for Friday Night Live. Kyle Nednerup here, and enjoy the show.
All right, big thank you to Kyle, as always, for bringing us that insight. And we're going to take a quick 60-second word from our sponsors, Bath Experts. All right, thank you to our sponsors, Bath Experts, for the support all season long. And as we got started, a lot of scoring going on, man. What's happening?
Yeah. Well, Kyle was talking, and everyone else was scoring. So Richard Hamilton, North Central, returned the opening kickoff for a touchdown against Pike, 99 yards. So that was a great way to start. They want that MIC title. Fishers leads Westfield 7-0. Lawrence North leads Center Grove 3-0. Martinsville up quick 7-0 on Mooresville, and Southport leads Terre Haute South 7-0 on a 20-yard pass from Ryan Lezon to Brevin Jefferson, the basketball player who's having a fantastic season working in wide receiver.
Right on. So let's jump back into some more action here on Friday Night Live. Sounds like we got some action in the Brownsburg game, so let's check that out right now as they take on Noblesville. Still all tied up 0-0, but as you can see, real close to that end zone there. So we're going to take it away with the call and see what happens next.
Out of the I, lined up again. Jared Hughes is the H-back. Let's see if they got it or not. No signal yet. Yeah, there's a signal for the touchdown. And let's see if we can pick up who they handed the ball off to this time. Did they hand it off?
All right, so touchdown there brought to you already on Friday Night Live. So let's jump into the action here between North Central and Pike. As you can see, North Central still up 7-0, and the action rolling on here.
It looks miserable out there.
It does. It looks a little. I'm glad I'm inside this nice warm
so if you
studio.
didn't want to brave the rain and you wanted to watch all these games, all the action, don't worry. You can watch it on your phone, on your iPad, on your computer. You don't have to get soaked. You don't have to get sick. Just watch and listen to us.
We got you covered. So let's take it away with the call as this action rolls on.
Absolutely nowhere to go there as Jaden Ward met him right at the line.
And I tell you what, they're going to have to figure out a way to start to establish the run, because that's actually going to make it easier on the passing game. But you got to have the run.
3rd and 2 now for the Panthers. This would be a big stop for North Central if they can hold the Red Devils at bay after that personal foul penalty. Seidel out of the shotgun. Allen just to his right. Mitchell in motion. Again, play action. Seidel throwing this one deep for Simpson. Has him. And Simpson all the way down. Going to mark him right at the 2-yard line. First down, Pike Red Devils.
Well, I tell you what, Simpson is the closest thing to automatic that I've seen in a while. I tell you what, you throw the ball in his area, he's going to go get it and make plays. And that's what he's done all year long.
And a little misdirection there. Saw Simpson going towards the middle of the field, and Seidel went long and had to readjust, and a great over-the-shoulder grab there. Deshaun Hunter was all over him. 1st and goal now for the Pike Red Devils. Hand off to Allen. Allen plowing his way in, and there's 6 for the Pike Red Devils, and a nice answer with Will Allen getting on the board with a 1-yard scamper.
The run game finally came through for the Red Devils. Touchdown,
All right,
Will
so touchdown
Allen.
there. We're going to jump over into some more action, give you our first look at this big matchup between Bishop Dwenger and Snyder, courtesy of Summit City Sports. And again, bringing you this statewide action for the first time. So we're able to bring you these games here in this Fort Wayne matchup. So big shout out to our network partners, IHSAA, and everyone else who's making it possible for us to bring you this statewide action for the first time on Friday Night Live.
Their own 35-yard line. They'll be kicking right to left on your radio dial. 2 men back deep for the Snyder Panthers, including Derek and Underwood.
This looks like Belanda back this time.
It does look like him. Low snap, but he's got the ball, puts his leg into it. Good punt that time, going right down the middle, takes a hop. Snyder's got it, trying to break it to the outside, looking for a return, stops, tries to cut it up. He's swarmed over and stopped at the 25-yard line.
That's a great job by the Dwenger special teams. Alonzo Derrick on the return for the Snyder Panthers, and he is Mr. Electric for them. For the Saints to get down there and keep him from more than a couple of yards on that return.
All right, going to jump over now and bring it a little bit local. Fisher, Westfield. Fisher's up 7-0 in this matchup, brought to us by the Fisher Sports Network. And again, I've enjoyed watching Fishers play all season long. Yeah. I've had the vantage point that's been pretty comfortable. And again, getting to know these players, these teams, and this action has been a pleasure all season long.
Yeah, senior Marcus Rue, the quarterback there, has really turned it on of late, really driving that Tigers offense. Dylan Scally, the running back, also having a really good year. So, he's not a running back right now. He's the receiver down here at the bottom of the screen.
Does it all.
Yes, exactly. But Fisher's offense really has been stepping it up. Let's see what they can do against Westfield.
All right, let's take it away with the call.
Takes a snap, delivers a quick strike. That looks like that appears to be Reese Boland. Yeah, that's Reese Boland on an 8 or 9 yard pass there. Good decision making by Marcus Rue on that little slant route. Ooh, it appears Reese Boland's hurt his leg or ankle in some way as he's kind of hopping off to the sideline. the Tigers have to hope he's okay, as he's been a pretty big part of their receiving offense all season.
This brings up another 2nd and short for the Tigers, so if the Tigers can continue to win first down, that puts them in a good position to score. Go up by 2 touchdowns would be huge this early in the game.
Marcus Drew's coming out in that same empty back formation. Takes a snap. He takes it himself. It's a quarterback keeper. Cuts up the middle. Good run there. More than enough for the first down. And there's a helmet off. It's Marcus Drew. We've seen that happen several times this season. He'll have to go out for a play now as with...
All right, going to take a quick break in this action to jump over and give you a first look at that matchup between Covenant Christian and Park Tudor, courtesy of our friends over at the Indiana SRN, with the action called by Jonathan Mathis and Keith Myers. Again, been hooking us up all season long. As you can see, Covenant Christian enjoying that 7-0 lead. And this is actually the Park Tudor debut for IndyStar Friday Night Live, being able to bring you their action for the first time this season. So glad to be able to, again, continue to expand and grow and bring you what looks like
Is that a tutty?
a touchdown. Of course, everyone on their team says touchdown.
He's calling him out at the 1.
Oh,
calling
that's
him
rough.
out at the 1.
All right, so we're going to...
By the way, number 79 looks bigger than, like, the entire defensive line of Park Tudor, so I'm running behind him every time.
Absolutely.
Look at that. He goes low with the chop block.
Brother can move.
Probably should stay up, I guess.
So we're going to take it away with the call. Again, thanks to Indiana SRN, and see if they can turn that 1-yard position into 6 points.
He has 7 touchdowns to his credit rushing-wise so far this season. He has also added another one through the air. Now he's lined up next to Frazier. It'll go to, I believe that is Trey Flatt. It's a touchdown. Number 17, add another one to Trey Flatt's resume. His 4th rushing touchdown of the season. And it's 13.
All right, yet another touchdown here on Friday Night Live, so let's jump back over to see how things are going in that Fishers-Westfield matchup. Still 7-0 advantage Fishers. Let's take it away with the call.
About a 3rd and 8, so we'll see what they can do here, trying to get into field goal range.
Another good run there by Marcus Rue. The offensive line needs to do a better job of protecting him, though, so he doesn't have to scramble this much. Tigers come out in spread formation. 3 out right, 1 out left. If you look, you'll see Jeffrey Simmons out left. It will be interesting to see if they look for him in the end zone. He's a big target. Rue takes the snap, fakes the handoff, takes himself, but he's brought down. The 2 big TFLs there by the Shamrocks, really kind of shutting down the Tigers after they should have been in scoring range after this drive. That'll now be a 4th down and what looks to be 9 or 10 for the Tigers.
They're bringing on the punting unit.
One returner for the Shamrocks here. We'll see if the Tigers can pin them in their own territory. Or the punt's off. Pretty shallow punt there, but I think that's what the Tigers were going for. It's muffed. Let's see if the Tigers can recover. Bounced off one of Westfield's players. It appears the Shamrocks still recovered it. As a coach, you always hate to see plays like that, just boneheaded mistakes by your players.
The Shamrock will take over at their own 15-yard line. We'll see what they can do here on this 1st and 10. Try and tie the game up before the closure of the first quarter.
Lined up in the gun, single back formation, hands it off. He gets outside after a good tackle there by the Tigers to make sure he doesn't turn that into anything.
All right, going to jump over to some more action now. Bring you this Brother Rice Guerin Catholic matchup. Again, still tied up, nothing in this one. So we're going to see who can get on the board first.
On this drive, it's been a good job defensively slowing down the rush.
This may be the first play we see tonight for Brother Rice going through the air. 2nd down and 9. You're in 4-down territory, as you just proved to yourself that you are by lining up to go forward on 4th and 3. It's going to be tough. The wind's at your back. You might be able to attempt a field goal, but that's still going to be tough. I think you're in 4-down territory here. Maybe a shot to the end zone here or a quick slant route. I wouldn't be surprised to see a pass here.
Pistol formation, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and again, Garen Catholic meeting them at the initial line of scrimmage. A good job boosting forward, and it looks like it's going to be third down and reasonable. Third down and about 5.
Nick Zimsack with a nice tackle there to prevent a big gainer, because if he misses that tackle, it's Painter, it's end zone, and it's 6-0. But a big tackle there, and another third down and 5 here.
Pistol formation again, trying to go with the hard count to draw them off. Instead, Piscopink checks back over to the sideline. In the backfield, it is still Jack Lockwood. He's had a couple of great runs so far.
3 seconds here on the play clock.
Gets the snap off,
There's
and
the
another
pass play.
botched play, and it's going to be taken down in the backfield for a sack. It looks like just ultimate confusion so far after the great couple of runs. And now it brings up a fourth down situation. As you can see, the rain's coming back. It's a steady mist out there. Decision time, they're going to go for it.
And Nathan Fancher there
they're going to bring him out.
with the big sack there. He read the play. It looked like they were looking for a screen. It wasn't there. He gets to the quarterback, knocks him down. 4th down and 7. We're looking at about a 35-yard field goal attempt here from straight dead on. This will be the first time that the elements are tested tonight. He had plenty of leg on that opening kickoff. Remember the touchback. We'll see if he can punch it here for 3, but it's going to be difficult.
Trying to get a kick through the uprights. Snap is good, hold is fine, and the kick is up, and it's going to be missed wide left.
And it looked like the snap was a little bit hurried because the play clock was down to about 2. Looked like he got it off.
All right, missed field goal there, but we're going to go back and show you a big touchdown in that Avon-Zionsville matchup. It's a 73-yarder that's going to give Avon advantage, and no one's going to catch him.
Henry Hessen to Wallace Stovall. Wallace Stovall can start celebrating at the 30-yard line. That's the #1 team in the state for a reason.
Absolutely. So we're going to jump back into some more action, do another switch here on Friday Night Live, presented by Bath Expert. This Brownsburg-Noblesville game, 7-0 advantage Brownsburg, but
nope, that was nice.
Hey, that's how you recover from a bad snap.
Ben Easters drops the snap, but finds his way to his receiver over there for about 6-yard, 5-yard gain. Ben Easters, the junior quarterback, headed to Kansas, committed to the Les Miles squad. So one of Les Miles' first recruits, Ben Easters from Brownsburg.
Big stuff. So, again, let's take you this action, and this is from our friends at Hamilton County TV.
And if he throws a touchdown pass, it's going to be to #1, Preston Terrell, the Purdue commit junior, who's down here at the bottom of your screen.
Let's see how good your prediction is. They ran it.
I'm just saying, if he throws a touchdown pass, it'll be to him.
All right.
He's got 8 touchdown receptions on the year.
Oh, really? Go
Preston
Future
Terrell.
Boilers. Let's take it away with the call.
I knew you'd like that.
Niagara in the middle at the center. Then Dorian Keys and Austin Moore operating that right side of that offensive line. Good-sized offensive line, as a matter of fact. They average 262 pounds per man from tackle to tackle. 2.5 to go in the opening quarter. 7-0 football game. Brownsburg scoring the first time they had the football. They've got it right down, went on a drive that began back on their own 35. And in motion is Jared Hughes, the H-back, resetting to the left side. Here's Marcus again. And he will be shoved out of bounds. It's going to be inside the 10. They'll mark him down at about the 8. And that's another first down. So it's going to be first down and goal now. They'll spot the ball at the 7. Marcus inside the 5, down to around the 3.
Donnie Marcus makes it look too easy.
Oh, he does. He just, I'm sure they're opening up good holes for him, Greg, but at the same time, he's hitting those holes, and like you say, it's just very smoothly getting chunks of yards.
That's like I haven't had a chance to watch him in person, but I would love to watch, except for state finals, obviously, Charlie Spiegel. Same thing.
Yes. Second down and goal at the 3. And here he goes over the left side. Easy run into the end zone for the touchdown.
That makes #9 on the ground for Marcus on the year.
So for the
All right, so big touchdown there for Brownsburg, going to extend their lead. Let's jump over and show you another score here in this Fishers-Westfield matchup. And, well, let's just let the action speak for itself.
or I can talk. This is Eli Patchett, the senior running back, plays 3 sports for Westfield, reversing his field, finding his way into the end zone. Really impressive run there for the Shamrocks.
That play looked like it was over about 3 or 4 times, and Eli said, no, I want that 6. So impressive effort, man. He's been killing it all season long.
Yeah, he's got a great stash, too, and I'm jealous because I can't grow a mustache.
Maybe one day.
I can. It won't connect.
Anyway, this whole show so far has felt like one big highlight reel, but we're going to give you some more highlights captured by our team who was out at all of these games in this pouring rain. And
they get hazard pay today, though. They get hazard pay.
The IndyStar Friday Night Live team makes it happen. What do we got on the highlight tab so far?
Sure. Well, we've got the Franklin quarterback, Drew Byerly. He has just been a monster all season through the air, on the ground. He's among the leaders in the area in passing yardage and in rushing yardage. Guess what? He's adding to his rushing total right here. This is an 80-something yard touchdown run against Greenwood. Ooh. He finds the sideline, and he finds the end zone. Look at that.
Look at that.
He's still running. All right, slow down, buddy. You're done.
Our team member holding the camera, he's having trouble keeping up. See, that's why he's on the sideline.
Downfield, so, yeah.
I'd have made that run.
All right. We told you about that North Central kickoff for a touchdown. Here it is. Here's Richard Hamilton. He is the big play weapon for North Central's offense. He can do it on special teams, too. There he is. Finds a crease, and he's gone. Nice. Look at him go. They are chasing. I guarantee you they don't catch him.
How'd you know that?
Because they told me.
Oh, okay.
Touchdown North Central. Again, going for the MIC title. But we saw Pike tie that up live, 7-7. So that game is really going to be something to watch. I told you Pike is better than their 1-6 record. They lost some really close games. They are competitive in Pat Echeverria's first season.
Yeah, absolutely.
We also sung the praises of Marcus Rue earlier, Fisher's quarterback. Well, here he is on the ground. And guess what? He says, Drew Byerly, you can have a long touch around, so can I. He is gone. Look at him. Just gone. Number 79, loving it, putting a hand in the air. The offensive lineman, there's no greater feeling than an offensive lineman meeting you 70 yards down the field in the end zone.
He was there in case you needed him. He had your back. I love it.
Yes, and we have one more highlight for you. We have Camden Jordan's end zone fade TV, or we don't. I lied, but trust me, Camden Jordan scored a touchdown in the end zone on a fade.
And it was really, really nice from what I hear.
Yes.
All right, we're going to jump back into some action here on IndyStar Friday Night Live, back into that Brother Rice-Guerin Catholic matchup. Right now, Brother Rice is in the red zone, even though looking at a flag right now, but they are looking to finally break this 0-0 stalemate in this matchup. Let's see what happens next.
Second time this quarter by Tom Dilley to decline it, bring up 4th down, and we know that the last kick that they attempted went wide left, so don't give another chance to pick up those 16 yards, even though that's going to be difficult, but let them attempt a field goal here.
It's about a little bit outside of extra point range.
Yeah, this will be a 23-yarder, and again, let's watch the snap first. That's the first key, and then can he punch it through?
Snap is good, holds great, and the kick is
right
up,
through,
and it's going to be through the uprights for the.
All right, jumping into this action, first look at Triton Beach Grove, and we've got a big run play that we're going to show you right now.
Look at Triton Central go. I think that's Kermode. There's 2 Kermodes, so my chances of getting it right are pretty high.
So right now, Triton up 6-0 in this matchup. Again, a first look at this matchup, courtesy of our friends at the IHSAA Champions Network. Big thank you to them for all the support all season long. Let's take it away with the call.
First back through, and look at him churn the legs. He moves forward. If he doesn't have a first down, he'll be just shy of it, and it'll probably be the final play of the first quarter. The big run by Thacker has the Tigers of Triton Central in business again. We're going to go to the end of the first quarter with Triton Central leading Beech Grove. Here at Beech Grove High School, 6-0, but Triton Central is threatening.
All right, first winding down on this one, so let's jump over and give you a first look at the matchup between the number 11 Mooresville Pioneers and the Martinsville Artesians. I just love saying that name. This is brought to us by our friends.
Water. Isn't like
I know, I feel classy when I say it. This is brought to us by our friends at MHS Rewind, an awesome student-run program with the action called by Eric Meyer. They've been helping us out all season long and doing a great job each and every week. Right now, Martinsville enjoying a 7-6 lead over Mooresville, but Mooresville with possession and looking to change things. So let's take it away with the call.
So it's been Green and Robinson, the 2 ball carriers for the Pioneers, with an occasional QB sneak by the quarterback. Elijah Perry is yet to attempt to pass. Mooresville a little bit more balanced than this normally. Hands it off again. Robinson tried to cut inside. Gets out near the 25, about a 3-yard pickup there for Robinson. So it was Green earlier in this game. Now it's been mainly Robinson with the carries. So 3rd and short coming up, 3rd and 2 with 10 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Artesians hanging to a 7-6 lead. Had a great start with this first quarter, but now Mooresville's taking some of that momentum back, and they're getting things going a little bit. Hands it off to Green. Green gets the first down and more. 7-yard carry there for Brecken Green. Another first down for Mooresville.
All right, going to jump into some more action, give you a first look at a matchup between Bedford North Lawrence Stars and the Floyd Central Highlanders, who are always letting their opponents know there can only be one. This is brought to us by our friends.
Dated reference. Millennials have no idea what Highlander is.
But I loved it. Southern Indiana Sports Productions bringing us this matchup right now, all tied up at 7-7.
That is a heck of a color scheme by Floyd Central.
That is bold.
Yes, looks like the Edmonton Eskimos for you CFL fans.
Oh my gosh, a CFL shout out on Friday Night Live. We have jumped the shark, and I couldn't be happier.
I'm Canadian.
Let's take it away with the call.
Sean White, he's going to be up here at halftime. And if you haven't heard about Winker's story, this time it goes to Brown, not much there, a little counterplay, and he moves it down to about the 11-yard line.
James Covey on the tackle there.
And that will bring up a 3rd and 2. Well, they're not going to give him any gate on it, so we'll call it 3rd and 3. No gate on the play for Calvin Brown. And the Highlanders get set once again. As we're under 8 minutes, Mingus splits far out to the far side. We've got DeWeese and Mingus here to the near side. The ball is thrown out to Winker's right, and boy, I'll tell you what, he had a head of steam right there as he moves it on.
Some rapid switching because Mooresville looking to score, or at least attempting to. They're here in the red zone here, so again, we're going to jump back and forth between these two games so you don't miss a single possible score in all the action on Friday Night Live.
That is the super tough running back, Brecken Green from Mooresville. They're getting stopped at the 1, but I'd imagine they'd give it right back to him. Or not, or the quarterback, Kalijah Perry, can score on the QB sneak.
Nice, so
Either
touchdown
way,
there. So let's jump back over to that other action and see if we can get another touchdown on Friday Night Live.
He has DeWeese in motion. The ball's given to DeWeese. He's got a lane, and he will go into the end zone for the touchdown. So on the end around, it is Landon DeWeese with the 6-yard run, and the Highlanders go back up in front 13-7 with 7:03 to go here in the first half of action.
All right, another touchdown, so let's get you into another red zone. This is Bishop Dwenger at Snyder. This was Matt's game of the night, at least what he thought would be the biggest game of the night.
It was game of the night, but we're going to go to commercial right now because it's the end of the first quarter,
all right.
And they need to clean off the camera.
Understandable. Let's take a word from our sponsors, Bath Experts.
offensive guard in that left side, Kyler Bills. 6 feet, 282. Carroll's huge up front, Joe.
Pounds, that's Richardson. But he got that pretty much on his own. I mean, if we see the replay here, watch, when does Center Grove touch him? Right there at the line. And he gets another 9 yards after Center Grove made contact with him. That's just a matter of tackling the guy that's got the football. You got to wrap him up, get down on his legs. I mean, you got to do something. Lawrence North continues to move the football on the ground.
9 yards.
Brings up 3rd and 1. Man in motion, Cooper. Handoff. 7. He's got the first down. That's Jones. He's inside the 15 before he's wrestled down. Actually, that's Hillman. Excuse me. Man, they've used at least 4, maybe 5 different running backs. That's Armand Hillman. He's listed as a wide receiver, but that time he lined up in the backfield. Yeah, I didn't have him running the football this year, but obviously they've got a lot of guys that can change, good athletes who can, just like Omar. I mean, I think Cooper, he can run the football if you give it to him. So they're very versatile and can do a lot of different things with a lot of different people. Hillman gets 12 yards, brought down by Boyd and Booker. New set of downs for the Wildcats. Inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. McCauley, shotgun formation, inside handoff. Once again, going right back to Hillman for progress. Gets him to the 12-yard line, picks up 2 yards. Center Grove, much better tackling right there. Once they contacted him, they were able to get him on the ground, where last time we saw when he ran up the field, they contacted him and he picked up 8 or 9 more yards. So simple things. Football is a pretty simple game. Tackling is one of the most important things that you do. 2nd down and 8. He collected 2 yards there on 1st down. Ball spotted at the 12. McCauley from the pocket. Incomplete pass. Looking for David Beatty. Soderhall did a pretty good job right there. They tried the little pump and go and tried to hit him right on the back line of the end zone and not able to, just over the top of him, not able to pull it in. This is the 3rd time that Lawrence North has moved the football down into close to that 10-yard line, and once they got to that 10, Center Grove's defense has stopped them. .6:05 left to play until halftime. 3rd and 8. Got to be aware of McCauley right here. He can take it and run it. He can throw it. A lot of different things. You got to contain him. Number 1. McCauley fakes the handoff, goes left, comes back to the right, and he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. He's short by a couple of yards on the 1st down marker. 6 yards for McCauley, but what an athletic move by this young man. Well, Center Grove has him, though. They've got him in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 or 4 yards. They're going to bring their kicker in, and they're going to kick another field goal. Look, he almost fumbles the football. 1, 2, 3 guys right there for Center Grove have him, and they allow him to get out, and now they've got a chance to pick up a very, very important 1st down. They're going to call timeout. Calling a timeout. They were lining up to go for it on 4th and 2. A timeout called by head coach.
All right, timeout in that game, so we're going to jump back over to some highlights from some other games around the area.
Sure, and I promised you I'd show you the Cathedral touchdown, Camden Jordan. This is against Brebeuf Jesuit. This is a big game, big rivals. Camden Jordan, nice footwork in the back of the end zone there. He's a 3-sport standout. Kyle Nenberg was written about him a little bit earlier this year.
Check it out.
Dad's a heck of a golfer, I hear, as well. From
that's the word around town.
Ramos. Yeah. All right, well, we showed you this earlier, but this is the Pike touchdown that tied the game up at 7-7. This is Anthony Cialdella dropping back. There he is, finding Xavier Simpson. Touchdown, Pike. That made that game 7-7. You can watch that game in its entirety on IndyStar.com, courtesy of the MIC Network. Another one, here we go. Webo against Danville. This is Carter Garrity, a touchdown catch from Spencer Wright. There he is, taking the curl and going to 6. This game is 6-0 Webo against Danville. Webo, the Class 2A state champions from last year, they have really, really turned it on of late. I expect them to make another deep run in Class 2A. They're playing up a class against Danville, but that should be a really good game to keep an eye on. We'll have full coverage of that game later on IndyStar.com.
Absolutely.
Here we go. Triton Central, we got a fullback touchdown run. It's coming, and this is a night where you probably don't want to wear all white, but sure, go with it. Touchdown. Hey, he's still running.
Get off me.
I couldn't even tell where the end zone was.
Nice.
But there he goes. Whoop. Did he? Oh. It looked like he chest bumped the ref. But
got a little fired up.
There's a guy behind him. All right, and our last little highlight from this bunch is Franklin's Jalen Ward. Nope, it's not coming, so we're going to jump to that North Central game.
Yeah, so North Central's in the red zone now, so actually, let's just jump over to the Center Grove Lawrence North game because that is still in the red zone. Again, it's hard to keep track when you got so much action in statewide games on IndyStar Friday Night Live.
Grove's defense has not been able to stop Lawrence North tonight. Lawrence North has moved the football up and down the field. Center Grove's able to stop them a couple times once they got inside the red zone down around the 10-yard line, but not this time, and Lawrence North going to come away with 7 points.
Andrew Archer with the hold, and Lotz puts it through. 13-7. Lawrence North leads it. We'll watch the Morgan Insurance.
All right, so the field goal good there, and we're going to jump over to that North Central Pike matchup to bring you some more action here on IndyStar Friday Night Live.
The official made an announcement right when we went to break. Put 2 seconds back on the clock. As the Panthers come back out onto the field here. The Red Devils called a quick timeout before the end of that quarter ended. So 2 seconds left to go in the first quarter, and the Red Devils down to 1 timeout on what is a 2nd and 6 from the 8-yard line for the North Central Panthers. As they'll have the wind in their face here. So Abel gets snap, handoff Green to the edge on the far side as he will be tackled by Jones for a gain of a couple. And that will officially take us to the end of the first quarter.
Are we sure?
So finally at the end of one, as both teams will switch fields here. And this is something here, Daryl, where...
All right, let's jump over to another one of our games we're able to bring you, again, statewide action. This one from our friends at Summit City Sports, Carroll Concordia. Carroll up 7-0 in this matchup. And again, so glad to be able to bring you statewide action on the show this week for Week 8.
Harmony that got the handoff, and it looked like he had more. Concordia rallied to the football. And what did Doug Dinan tell us? One of the keys for defense, do you fly to the football? Concordia did that time.
Yeah, they did. And I tell you, they've got some good players, and we talked about a little bit in the pregame. But Cam Johnson, Sam Hudson, that time it was Cooper Harris. He comes in, Joe, 31 tackles, 7 tackles for a loss. So Concordia's strong at linebacker.
3rd down and long for the Chargers. They lead at 7-0. Here's Swain rolls to the right side, looking. Now directing traffic, throws late and's got a catch in traffic right at the 35-yard line.
And he's lucky because that's Leighton Mitchell. And whenever you throw the ball late and you're pointing guys out, that's not a good idea. But Swain throws a good ball, and Mitchell makes that catch, Joe. So it's going to be close. That was a nice play for Mitchell to get that catch. So now another big 4th down here for Carroll. And I imagine they'll probably run the ball to Mers here, but a big 4th down here. And this is kind of danger time for Concordia. You got to get this stopped.
Our football now by the Chargers. Swain in there, and Concordia wants to talk about their defensive alignment. 5:01 remains here in this first half. Still 7-0 Chargers on.
All right, time out there. So let's jump over to this matchup between Brother Rice and Guerin Catholic. Brother Rice, as you can see, up 5-0 against Guerin. And looks like Guerin...
top of the 6th inning.
That's top of the... Don't say that. But look, Guerin Catholic, again, defending Indiana high school football against all these teams from Michigan. Like to see them representing. So let's see what they got.
1st down and 10 coming up here, marking at about the 34-yard line.
Still in the game is going to be Patrick O'Hara. Lockwood has had some good runs on this drive, but it's O'Hara now in the pistol formation. Piscopink looks to await the snap. They continue to look over at the sideline. He'll take it as just a quarterback keeper the entire time. Tries to take it out to the left side. He's going to find the edge, but not pick up much. Going to bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, a nice little quarterback keeper there. Got the edge, picked up a decent amount of yards here on 1st down. Instead of 2nd down and manageable, looks to be about a 2nd down and 8. But again, we knew it. The passing stats were not going to be there tonight, and you're only going to go to the air when you absolutely have to.
It's going to bring up a 2nd down as they get a new ball out there. And of course, important for the referees to catch the ball as well, because if they drop those and it lands on the ground and skids, picks up the extra moisture, that's not going to make the coaches happy. 2nd down, out of the shotgun this time. Piscopink keeps it again, tries to spin right at the line of scrimmage, and he gets taken down. It's going to set up a 3rd and 5. We have not seen Brother Rice go to the air at all.
No need to.
No.
All right, going to jump over to this matchup between Lawrence North and Center Grove. Right now, Lawrence North enjoying a 13-7 lead, but Center Grove looking to reclaim a lead if they can get in with a touchdown, an extra point, or 2-point conversion, whatever they want to do. So let's take it away with the call and see if they can make it happen.
To the 10, down just shy of the 5. Great blocking on the edge for the Center Grove Trojans.
Yeah, pickup of about 14. So great job by Connor Delp right there. This is a team he's been able to get outside. That's about the third time he's been able to, they try to set that edge, but Connor's been able to move it around that edge, and Center Grove moving that football.
14 yards for Connor Delp. First and goal at the 7. Quick hitter with Weems. And he's looking for the end zone. He dives, but he's down at the 2. They're going to mark him at the 2.
Well, he's had a great effort. That's the second time he's almost dove into the end zone before going down. But look at the good effort. Great block right there by number 26. Goins did a nice job of coming in from the wing position and making that block. Really freed Weems up.
Weems hit as he takes the handoff, gets a yard. He's at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they got some penetration right there that time. That's the first time tonight that Lawrence North has really gotten into the backfield. Somebody slipped in there, able to take Weems down. I think you sneak it. Yeah, that's what Rick says right here to my left. When you get it down this close, just sneak it in. I saw Brady do it twice last night for New England, and there's no reason that Taven can't do it for the Center Grove Trojans right here.
Weems walks in, touchdown from a yard out.
They went right 2 or 3 times in a row, and that's where Lawrence North thought they were going. They go left, and nobody touched him. 6 points for Center Grove.
All right, so touchdown there. So again, possibility of reclaiming this lead. That's a big score there. Let's jump over to some other action here. Carroll and Concordia still 7-0. Let's see what happens next.
Ooh, nice
tackle. Fights his way down to about the 35.
It's a great
to
run.
The 25, I should say, Joe.
It's a great run because if he continues outside, Joe, Camp Johnson drops him, and then you have a negative play. Instead, he plants the outside leg, he drives downhill, and does a positive run. Now you're back in 4th and 1 instead of 4th and 4. Again, I know they'll probably give the ball to Mers. That play action pass is all night long.
At the 25, they need a yard, and Mertz off, and the second effort lunge might have got it for him. Concordia did ramp up on him right at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage.
Well, he's just barely getting it. I'm telling you, if it's 4th and 1, he's getting a yard and a half each time, isn't it? But you're right, Joe, the toughness and the leg strength to push on. And also, you made a good point earlier, too, the size of the Carroll offensive line. And if I'm Concordia, it's so tempting to maybe roll into a 5-2 at this point, Joe.
Now they'll spot it at the Cadet 23. Nothing fancy here for the Carroll Chargers. And here is a pitch now comes to Mertz. This time a good penetration right side defensively by that Cadet defense, and they'll stop it for a loss. And shooting the gap up through there, that was Cam Johnson that came through.
Yeah, and also Braden Payne does a nice job too, Joe. So Carroll's going to have to stay inside. Those outside sweeps, Concordia is too good with their contain. So I either run the ball up the middle to Mers or I throw a play-action pass. But this is a big play here.
Now the Chargers back to the pistol alignment with Swain. Play-action fake, rolls right. Looking, being pursued, throws on the run in the middle. He's got a catch. There's a run inside the 15-yard line down to about inside the 10 and down to about the 6-yard line. The Chargers will be knocking on the goal once again, 1st and goal.
That's a great throw by Payne that time. Swain. He has Bransfield in the middle of the field, Joe, and I thought he was going to be late with it, and what he did was Bransfield separated from the defender, and Swain just threads the needle. That's a great pass, and then Bransfield shows you the quickness and the strength to get the extra yard. So sometimes you got to trust that young quarterback, especially when you have the weapons.
1st and goal from the 7. Here's Mertz again. Lost the football, picked up by Swain, and Concordia brings him down back around the 14-yard line.
And that's danger time for Carroll if you're there. Luckily, Swain covers it, but that ball's slick, Joe, and I tell you, just handing the ball off in these conditions become an issue, so you got to make sure you get that ball handed off, and that's a big break for Concordia because that clock's ticking down, Joe, and maybe a chance for Concordia to stop them here.
So the loss, 2nd down and 14 as Joe gets ready to make his way down to the wet field and be checking in. Here is a quick throw to the fade to the right corner. That one looks long, and that one was intercepted. As the Cadets made an over-the-shoulder attempt for it, but it's ruled incomplete. Vanderbosch, I believe, had the best shot at that pass to the right corner of the end zone. That'll stop the clock with 1:25 remaining. So it remains 7-0 in favor of Carroll, and now the Chargers face third down at the 14-yard line. They had it first and goal at the 7, but a fumble on the snap cost them about 7 yards. Play clock is down to 10. Chargers hurrying up to the line of scrimmage, too wide to the left side. Logan Swain out of the pistol now. Has the snap, looks, gives ground, rolls right, throws back to the left side. Carmody trying to dive for the ball, incomplete. That one was a dying quail over here on the near sideline. If you have execution, Carmody's over all by himself. Wing left, but the pass just really never got into his hands, and he was stumbling trying to come back on the wet turf to the dying pass as well. So now it's fourth down. Let's see if Horton comes on to attempt the field goal. They'll spot it outside the 20 at about the 21. Let's call it a 31-yard field goal. He's got a long last week of 31. This line drive kick is on the way. Got a chance and good. 31-yard field goal by Trevor Horton. Add 3 to the Carroll total. And with 1:15 remaining in the half, it is now 10-0 in favor of the Chargers here at Zollner Stadium. We'll step out. This is IHSAA football on Fox Sports 1250 The Ticket.
All right, field goal good in that one. That's going to extend that lead for Carroll. So let's jump back over to this matchup between Mooresville and Martinsville. Mooresville enjoying an 18-7 lead in this one.
Looks like they're calling timeout, so this will be a good time for me to give you score updates. You ready?
All right, what you got?
All right, I got Ben Davis leading Lawrence Central 18-14. North Central leads Pike 20-7. Brownsburg leads Noblesville 20-0.
Which you can see now. We just jumped over to that game.
How about that? See, I wasn't lying. It's 20-0. Indian Creek leads Cloverdale 15-6, and Southport leads Terre Haute South 14-3, and Franklin leads Greenwood 27-0. The Franklin surprise train just keeps on moving.
Yeah, so we've got a lot of scores in these games. We're going to do some rapid switching back and forth because a lot of these games, the first halves are winding down.
Plenty of time on the play clock. 15.
Gotta be honest, it's been interesting to see a lot of these teams deal with this really tough weather out there.
And this is a first look at Fort Wayne Northrop versus Fort Wayne Northside, courtesy of Summit City Sports.
That's right, new statewide coverage for the first time here on IndyStar Friday Night Live.
Statewide, statewide, statewide.
Statewide.
So the Bruins are inside the 10-yard line. And the ball is spotted at the 7, it looks like. Maybe the 6. Yeah, we'll call it the 6-yard line. So second down and 5 for Northrop. Knocking on the door. They lead 3-0. 2 receivers on each side. 1 setback. Legends defense has to dig in right now. And around to the 5, to the goal line, and to the end zone. Give that man 6 points. Menson. Grayshawn Menson on the end around. The sophomore scampers in from 6 yards out with exactly 3 minutes to play in the first.
All right, another touchdown here. So let's jump over to this Brownsburg-Noblesville matchup once again. Again, as you can see, first half winding down, Brownsburg up 20-0. Let's take it away with the call.
Trying to snake his way free and getting positive yardage up to about the 40-yard line, so a gain of around 5. And it'll be second down and 5.
All right, going to give you some red zone action here. Lawrence North in the red zone now, trying to reclaim this lead against Center Grove. This one kind of been back and forth, a real great matchup so far. So let's see if they can make this near red zone opportunity and turn it into some points.
Someone running on late. 2 seconds on the play clock, down to 1, and now they're going to call a timeout. They got 2 left, now they're down to 1. So again, a player running on late, number 7, Armand Hillman. Timeout called by Coach Pat Mallory. Stops the clock with 50.
All right, they weren't able to get that playoff, called a timeout. To think about it, let's jump over to Avon and Zionsville because they're not thinking they're playing some football. Zionsville right now down 0-14.
Is that how you say it? You start with the losing score?
You know, I wanted to, give the losing team the opportunity to be mentioned first for once. Why do I always have to do the same old thing, Matt?
You don't.
That's
field
right.
position. And the Zionsville offense has not produced hardly any yards whatsoever. In the first quarter, they had 24 total yards at the end of the first quarter, and the second quarter really hasn't been much better.
Weissman barking him out, firing complete, and he's got the first down, I believe. And the reception by John Heath.
He picks up his third reception of the season. That's a big one for Zionsville.
You knock over the yardstick, I guess you have the first.
Quick break in this action. I want to bring you a highlight out of the Bedford-Floyd Central game. This one, Floyd Central touchdown to reclaim this lead. Check out the action.
Well, you can just tell them about it.
I said check it out. Watch it.
Okay. That's against.
That is a beautiful
That
catch.
is a nice play. That's against the Fighting Damon Baileys of Bedford North Lawrence. Nice touchdown there for Floyd Central, the Highlanders. That was really nice. All right, we're back over at the Center Grove Lawrence North game because Lawrence North was in the red zone. That looks like, was that a fourth down play? It might have been. No, that was first down. See, you know.
It says second and 10 right there on
I
the
know,
screen.
now it does. So that's Donovan McCulley. He's the quarterback for Lawrence North. Has star potential. He is a junior. He has offers for IU. He's got offers from Purdue. He actually might be a sophomore.
I'd like to see him stay in the state. We need more of that action. Don't leave.
It's difficult. Second down and 10. Jones wrapped up. Just short of the 20. Better tackling by the Trojans.
Well, the clock's running. I mean, obviously Mallory, he knows it. Well, they got one timeout left.
One timeout remaining. They'd like to probably save it for the field goal situation.
Well, it's down to 25 seconds.
3rd and 7. McCauley gets out of the pocket, trying to get that first down. Boy, that lunge at the end. He's 6'5", 6'4".
They better call timeout.
Is it enough? The clock continues to run, so they're not going. They finally stop it with no. They still haven't stopped it. I guess they're going to let it. Oh, they're going to let it run out.
There, they finally blew the whistle and stopped it, but there's
They're gonna
only like 3 seconds left, maybe 2.
4 field goal attempts. So I would think they would stop it with 3 seconds with the timeout, their final timeout for the field goal attempt.
All right, halftime in this one. Let's jump over to this North Central matchup. See if they can extend their lead going into the half. Right now up 20-7 against Pike.
And effective.
Again, handoff to David Smith, looking outside, and will be pushed out of play. Kyron Montgomery again, the man 2 for the Red Devils, has been maybe the best defensive player of the night so far for Pike.
Yes, absolutely. Again, got to make big plays, Pike. You got to make big plays. You know, with 6 minutes and 38 seconds left here in the first half, going down another score is going to be very, very tough.
And a flag comes in from the far side official, and it is going to be a sideline infraction there on the North Central bench. As I mentioned, they had a warning earlier in this series, and that's going to back them up now 5 yards, as Coach Kevin O'Shea asking for a little bit of an explanation on what exactly happened.
Yeah, I mean, you're up 20-7. Why?
All right, Beech Grove on the 1, looking to get on the board. Let's see if they can make it happen. And touchdown. So
And the
Beech
Hornets
Grove.
sting the Tigers. Oh, we got a flag. This is going to be a little post.
All right, we're going to jump back and forth between this one and that other matchup we've been tracking. Again, we'll see if we can get that flag straightened out. But again, North Central also in the red zone. Want to see if we can get another touchdown here on Friday Night Live.
Antonio White coming up big for the Red Devils. Going to be a loss of 3 on the play. Ball back at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, some pushing and shoving and kicking in there, but I feel like the officials do a great job of just kind of saying, hey, look, guys, move back, let's play football. Antonio says he got kicked at the end there, so let's just see what happened here. They stood him up and shut the play down really well there, but look at the end here. This is what Antonio's talking about right there.
Looks like he was still holding on there late,
Yeah.
And now we have an official timeout. As it looks like the official having a conversation with the 2 captains now.
Clean it up, gentlemen, clean it up. That's what he's saying here. Come on, we can't have this out here. It's too cold for this. That's what I say.
And it looks like talking to Trayshawn Jones for the Red Devils and Jared Almeida for North Central. As I mentioned, 2 of the captains there. 4th and 10 for the Panthers. Ball on the 20-yard line, and the offense staying on the field. Playbook going to be open here. Abel out of shotgun. Play action to Smith, looking long for Hamilton, one-on-one. And this one easily swatted away. Incomplete pass there. And
just want to give you a quick score update in that Beech Grove Triton matchup. The touchdown did stand. The penalty was on the defense, and they made the extra point. So that is going to make that matchup 20 for Triton, 7 for Beech Grove. And let's get back into this matchup.
I can give you more scores. We got Westfield 7, Fisher 7 at halftime.
Nice.
Mount Vernon leads Shelbyville 30-0. The Pioneers lead Martinsville 18-7, so that's Mooresville beating Martinsville 18-7, and Brownsburg leads Noblesville 20-0 still.
Already down 2 scores. They come up with the stop, and now a little bit of momentum shifting to the side of the Red Devils with 5:26 to go before or after. They can get some points on the board, changes the whole dynamic of the game.
Got to be able to move the football first. Move the football. Get a yard on first down. Let's start there.
Sayadella, play action, and just looks to throw this one away, but is going to be sacked back for a loss, and ball came out. Sayadella just getting back on it, and once again, Josiah Green, an absolute monster inside there.
I tell you what, he just came right. He is blowing his guy up. He just comes right up the middle there, and he was, before Sayadella knew anything, he was right on top of him.
Josiah Green, 6'2", 230 on that defensive line. I mentioned 4.5 sacks coming into this game.
So second down and a mile.
Loss of 12 on the play, and like I said, second and 22.
All right, we're going to jump over and show you a quick score. This is the Brother Rice-Garion Catholic matchup, and Brother Rice add more points to the board. See quarterback dropping back. And a beautiful diving catch.
Way to lay out for it.
He wasn't even worried about getting his jersey wet. I like that.
Well, at this point, it's probably soaked already.
All right, so let's jump back into the other action and see if we can keep an eye on the possible score here in this matchup.
Well, I think you're just running out the half, and then this is what happens for Pike. Fumble deep in their own zone. North Central going to jump on top of it. That's not what you need at the end of the half. Well, I guess there's 5 minutes left in this half. Every other game's at the end of the half.
Yeah, but still, with that score, that's the last thing you want to do this close. So let's take it away with the call and see if North Central can run up the score.
I mean, yourselves in a situation where they got to throw the ball for the rest of the game.
And Smith, again up the middle, looking to get a big push, and finally brought back right at the 4-yard line. Got a couple on the play. Ball going to be at the 4-yard line as they started inside the 10-yard line on this drive.
Well, I'll tell you, again, tremendous field position, but I'm just concerned about the offense with Pike. You got to be able to move the ball. If you can't move it on first down, I mean, you're going to put yourself against the 8-ball every single time, and that's what we've seen every time since the first possession. Every single time.
2nd and 4 for North Central. 4 yards to the goal line. Handoff, Micah Green, and he waltzes right in for an easy score for the North Central Panthers as they go up 3 scores here against the Red Devils.
All right, big touchdown there, but let's jump over and bring you the other kind of action we bring you here every Friday night on Friday Night Live, the band action. One of my favorite parts of the evening. This is Fishers and Westfield Band going to go out there and put a smile on everyone's face. So halftime is coming up. This is just a little look. We might be able to bring you some more exclusive band action here in just a little bit. But
before taste of Justin's Jam.
Justin's Jam. Before we get into that, let's get back into some action. All right. Actually, we're going to take another break in the action to bring you some more highlights because there's so many big plays happening. We got to take a break just to bring you everything that's happening in the state.
Can't stop, won't stop. Here we go. Franklin running back Jalen Ward with the touchdown here. I told you Franklin leads 27-0 over Greenwood at halftime. That's how it happened. Jalen Ward is having a great season. It's not just Drew Byerly for the Grizzly Cubs this year. Jalen Ward is also doing a great job there. Here's a guy you might be familiar with if you watch IndyStar Friday Night Live or if you have a pulse. It's Charlie Spiegel from
I've not heard of him.
Scores a touchdown right there. He's adding to his IHSAA record, touchdown record, so he's got the most in the history of the IHSA, and he's going to have more than that one tonight, I promise you, because he scored other times maybe in the first half already.
Whenever he gets done scoring touchdowns,
exactly.
He's going to be hard to catch.
This Triton Central touchdown we showed you. No, it's not, but I told you Kermode was going to score for Triton Central. Guess what? Here's a Kermode scoring for Triton Central. Don't call me a liar. It happened. Touchdown there, Triton Central. That game was at 20-7. We showed you the Beech Grove touchdown after that play. So 20-7, Triton Central. That would be a mild upset over Beech Grove. Beech Grove's having a good year. Triton Central also, they have a winning record, but that'd be a mild upset.
Big for that team.
We showed you Jalen Ward's first touchdown. Guess what? Here's another one. This is his third of the day, and it's a short one, but they all count the same touchdown.
All right.
I think he got in. The ref down here.
Ref's got to make sure they get it right, and then that touchdown made it 27-0 at that point. So again, he's having, as you said, a big night, 3 scores, tearing it up.
He might be an IndyStar Top Performer of the Week. Be sure to check that on IndyStar.com, where you can vote. Voting is open until Wednesday, where you can vote for the area's top player, and the winner gets 2 tickets to the IndyStar Sports Awards in May.
All right. So Sports Awards we'll talk about later because I'm the host. But first, we're going to show you a little band action. Again, this is one of my favorite parts of the evening, and Westfield Band out there doing their thing. Now, Matt, you might not be familiar because you don't really have any of that, musical ability or coordination or anything like that. But this right here, as you can see, the split, we've got a lot of action all at once. We've got rifle twirlers in the front, flags to the right on the screen, and as you can see, percussion even getting into it with a little bit of fancy footwork. This is the equivalent of a trick playing band because they're showing you that they can do everything all at once. You can't just focus on one part of the field when you're watching this, and it really creates a big sensation for everyone's there, sticking it out in the rain watching this band perform.
How do the conditions affect the band? Because, it's raining. It's probably a little chilly, maybe
Fantastic question. Now, the biggest problem here is footwear. Bands don't wear cleats like football players do, and if you're playing on natural grass during the halftime show, it can get really slick and slippery out there because a lot of kids are out there wearing kind of the band mandated, these kind of low-profile white sneakers. It's really tough to keep your footing. And the other thing that you have to think about as a former drummer, when you're playing in the rain and you're hitting the top of your drum, I used to play the quints, you got rain splashing up in your face. So you have to deal with that obstruction in your vision when you're trying to keep an eye on the person next to you. You got to worry about some tuba player who might have tripped over his own feet. It's a lot to deal with, but these kids are making it happen. So shout out to all those young musicians playing in these harsh conditions. I salute you.
Yeah, no, better than me.
And we're going to do some rapid switching between these two bands because we don't want to miss anything. This one, Martinsville, you can see they're setting up now.
There's something with the clock. So this is...
that means it's time to jam, Matt. What are you talking about?
Jam.
Justin's Jam. This
Sponsored
is what this
by nobody.
Called. And absolutely, and as you can see here, I really like this. You don't see this in too many bands lately, which is unfortunate, but they have bell players there on the front. So they're going to bring that melody to the percussion section. And people sometimes don't realize that the bell players are part of the percussion section. They roll with the snares and the quints and the bass drummers, but they're the softer side of the drum line, and I'm glad that they're getting highlighted here tonight.
If you notice here at the front, Martinsville, they've done this before. They bring out the newspapers. Big fans. Again, my favorite band. When you bring out print is not dead. The young kids love it.
And look at the, look at the intensity. Now you see the snare drummers, you got 3 doing that sidestep across, supporting their fellow percussion members and supporting the auxiliary, and they came in with a lot of fire. The high stepping, they're showing that the other band that they're ready for a matchup just like the football team is.
Like a flock of peacocks out there. Look at them go.
Very proud, very proud.
All right.
So thanks for enjoying the Justin's Jam and a little band action. Shout out to all these young musicians. Again, a big part of what makes Friday Night Football such a big deal. And we're going to take a quick 60-second break from our sponsors, Bath Experts, who've been supporting us all season long. All right, big thank you to our sponsors, Bath Experts, for the support and helping this show become the big force that it's become all season long. Also wanted to take a moment to shout out something that's a little far in the future, but being in this seat, I also have the opportunity to host the IndyStar Sports Awards, which is coming up in May at Clues Hall. I am the host of that extravaganza.
What can't you do, Justin?
Well, I don't know yet. I'll let you know when I find something I can't. But it's been awesome to be able to watch these athletes perform, get to know them, because that way when they come on stage to grab that trophy, I've had a front row seat to how they've really dominated all season long. So don't forget that is coming up. If you've got a young athlete, thank you for supporting them, because what you do makes them do what they do on the field to hopefully get some hardware when May rolls around at Clues Hall. So big shouts out to everyone. So
yeah,
we want some more action, and if you're watching, don't forget the hashtag IndyStarFNL. We have been trending all season long, and this is the biggest show yet. 15 games statewide, made possible only through the support of all of our network partners who've been hooking us up all season long. So if you're watching either at the game or at home, IndyStarFNL is your hashtag. We're going to jump back into some action. This is the Triton Beech Grove matchup. As you can see, still 20-7. This one winding down as far as the first half, but that doesn't mean they're going to stop playing football. Let's take it away.
So Triton Central will come out to the football off of their own sideline after huddling with their coach, Tim Abel. And they'll look at a 2nd and 7. Again, 17.2 seconds to play here in the first half. Triton Central leading 20-7. Heboff, the quarterback, under center for this snap. And they are going to pass. Play action for Heboff. Lets it fly down the middle of the field. Incomplete. They tried to hit one deep right down the middle of the field. That pass was intended for Zach Martin, but it is incomplete. It'll make it 3rd and 7.
Well, he had plenty of time to throw. Pretty good coverage there, zone coverage. Just really nowhere to throw the football there.
Clock drips down to 11.7. 3rd down. So if you run a running play and don't get a first down, the clock's going to run out on you. I don't know if Triton Central would try to pass again or not. They do have Heboff in the shotgun this time. Yeah, they do want to throw it. Heboff steps up in the pocket, and he's going to end up getting sacked. Maybe it won't be considered a sack. He might have gained a yard, but it's going to end up being the final play.
All right, going to jump back over to some more action that's still in progress. This is that North Central Pike matchup. North Central up, big lead here, 27-7. Let's see if Pike can do something to change the tide before this half rolls out.
I'll tell you what, there are great stories this season. Franklin among them, being 6-1 right now and really looking the part in the mid-state. Decatur Central, after losing their first 2 games, running the table right now, looks like they might win the mid-state. But I'll tell you what, this North Central story, where they lost Liam Thompson, their star quarterback, they lost their top running back, they lost their top receiver, and guess what? Here they are, and they didn't look good in week 1 in that loss at Lucas Oil Stadium to Fishers. Well, here they are at 5-2. They are 4-1 in the MIC, and I said it that if Warren Central loses to Carmel, and right now Carmel is up 7-0. So if Warren Central loses to Carmel and North Central holds on to this win against Pike, North Central shares the MIC title with Warren Central.
And again, first time, as you mentioned. So this is potentially history-making performance here. So let's take it away and see if they can cement history.
And it really has been a lopsided first half and what started out as a very promising first quarter for the Red Devils.
First possession, I'd say. All right. First couple of possessions. But, it's just.
And a quick timeout there from Coach Kevin O'Shea right on cue.
And I hate to be a downer, but, you see things out here. The offense has got to do a better job. Again, we talked about the offense catching up. They got to do a better job. And here, as you can see, there's just nothing there. There has not been nothing there. It's not going to be anything there.
Let's take a second. That was Micah Green coming in. He's had a phenomenal game on both sides of the ball. Talked about already with 2 scores on the ground. There's been no resistance for him running the ball or David Smith as I think going into halftime, Coach Kevin O'Shea is going to say, "I'm proud of you guys. Ran the ball exactly what we wanted to do." And if you're the Red Devils, you got to figure out.
Because it's a long season, sometimes I forget some things. So I want some clarification on this MIC title race. So here we are. So if Warren Central loses to Carmel tonight, Warren Central is 5-2, and they are done with MIC games for the season. They have to play an out-of-state team to finish their regular season next week. And if North Central wins, then they go to 5-1. So they are guaranteed at least well, not guaranteed, because then they play Ben Davis in the final week, who is also 4-1. So next week it would be Ben Davis versus North Central for the outright MIC title. If the results hold up today, right now Ben Davis leads Warren Central by 2 at halftime. North Central is winning this game, and again, Warren Central is losing right now. So if North Central and Ben Davis are both 5-1 going into next week's regular season finale, the MIC title's on the line. I am glad I clarified that for y'all.
There is a lot to keep, so you're not going to want to miss Week 9 of IndyStar Friday Night Live with all of these big matchups, so much at stake in the MIC, and we're going to be the only place that's going to bring you live look-ins at all of these high-stakes games at the same time. You need to be watching IndyStar Friday Night Live if you're not already. Let's take it away with the call.
Oh, David Smith averaging about 6 yards a carry. You might keep it on the ground.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the smart thing. He's going to get you 6.
Again, Smith in the backfield with Abel. This time Abel, quick screen play to Hamilton. Through his hands and out of bounds. Incompletion there for North Central.
Tell you what, that's dangerous because that ball was tipped. That could have been picked off over there.
Clock does stop, though, off the incompletion. 2nd and 10 for North Central, as it looks like willing to open it up just a little bit offensively. And you saw the nice hand there from Kyron Montgomery, kind of adjusting that and forcing a higher pass from Abel than he wanted.
It made him throw over him. So again, last week DeAndre Jefferson came away with a interception last week.
Kyron Montgomery been all over the field for the Red Devils defensively. Handoff Smith, bobbing and weaving his way forward to the 46-yard line. Gain of a couple. Gonna bring up 3rd and about 7. Clock nearing 1 minute to go in this second quarter.
And this will be a small victory for the Red Devils if they're able to shut them down here. Because again, they've been moving the ball at will.
Under a minute now is 3rd and 7 for Abel. Play clock nearing 5 seconds. And again, handoff Smith left side, has a hole, gets to the edge. Tiptoeing down the sideline and looks like stepped out just shy of that first down marker from where the lines judge has him. Going to be short about 1 yard.
Wow, I tell you what, he got around there. He came really close here, as you can see. Just look at his feet here at the end there. He gets around there and just waits and then accelerates and he steps out. I tell you what, that's very close.
I tell you, 4th and 1 though, 43 seconds remaining. Clock would stop off of a first down here for the Panthers, who are out of timeouts with 15 seconds on the play clock. As this offense staying out on the field.
Tell you what, it's a big possession here. Probably shuts them down here. This is a victory if they shut them down here.
And the Red Devils showing.
All right, going to jump over to some more action. This is that Carroll Concordia matchup, 10-0 as the third quarter kicks off here.
It's a second half series, first of this third quarter, and they lead the Concordia Cadets 10-0.
Now, so important is the halftime adjustments. You show me a professional coach, you show me a college coach, you show me a high school coach. I show you a good coach based upon halftime adjustments. Now, at Concordia, Carroll has not been able to attack the edges with the run game. All the run game has been up the middle. So if I'm Concordia, I roll my linebacker up and I put an extra guy in the box in the middle of the field and maybe play some man-to-man on the outside with the young quarterback.
Luke Carmody in there, the back, and he slides off one tackle at the 35 and works to his right for another yard and a half.
Good defense, because on that play, Concordia shoots the inside linebacker, Joe, and makes Carmody, pick the next hole to the outside. Concordia makes the tackle. I'm so aggressive now with my linebackers if I'm Concordia.
Gain of 1 now to be 2nd down and 9. 2 wide come to the left side. That includes Bowden Height up in the slot to the left side. Concordia shows blitz to the right. They pitch the ball, kind of a shovel pass up the middle, and that works for a good yardage gain by the Chargers up across the 40 to their 45. Very close. Let's see if they've got enough for the first down.
Yeah, it's a good play call for Carroll because Concordia shoots the backers, and that's the old shovel pass that I hate. But that time it works to Bransfield, and Bransfield just has the size. And what's interesting about Bransfield, 6'3", 220, but he has good feet, Joe.
You know, we're talking to Tim Manigal before the ball game, and I got to remind him that I've got Concordia High School tonight. We've got Concordia University playing at Darcy Stadium tomorrow night. And you got Peter Morrison, a prolific quarterback for Concordia, coming in. Here's stepping out of a tackle, run left side of midfield, 45 down the left sidelines, and down to about the 51-yard line goes Hunter Mertz for a big run. That's the biggest run of the night for the Carroll Chargers. But again, back to, you got Peter Morrison, you got Drew Bordner. I know you remember these names from
Bordner, the tight end, was fabulous for Concordia.
Now playing a linebacker position
for
the Cardinals.
And Morrison, was that not the best single season of quarterback play in high school football you ever saw, Joe, as far as stat-wise?
But I got to keep things straightened out. It's Concordia University tomorrow night and Concordia High School tonight. Here's a play action. They'll hand the ball off, and again, a run. Carmody finding some running room around the left end.
And now we talked, Joe, before the half there that Concordia did a nice job with the edge. Now Carroll's slamming down with the tackle and the tight end, and they're getting the edge. And a couple plays I love that about Merce. He could have run out of bounds, not the linebacker. He punished the Concordia defender. But right now, Carroll's getting the edge.
Yeah, Kyler Bills, the left guard, came out and gave him a nice chance to get a lead block out there. Now whistles blow right at the snap. But Carroll's been moving the football here, and they've been finding some running room. It was going to be second down and about 3.
Yeah, and offsides that time on Concordia. And you're right, Joe. I like the way Carroll's getting up to the line of scrimmage. They're getting the ball snap, and they seem to really have some bounce to the step. And those tackles, Spade and Muncie, are really dominating out there tonight.
Yeah, this front 5. Offensively, Reed Muncie at 1 tackle, along with Nathan Spade, the big fella, 330, 6'5". Carmody, read option. No, it's like a throw over the middle, and that one is incomplete. Looking to run the post right over the middle, but incomplete pass.
Bransfield's going to go back to the huddle to Swain and say, now look, if you're going to throw it like that and get me killed, you better put it between the numbers. I used to hate that when I would throw it and miss a guy, and I'd see him just get killed. They'd come back to the huddle, and I'd come on, huddle up, huddle up, huddle up. And they'd give you that evil eye.
Never happened, right?
That Antonio Brown evil eye in the huddle, right?
Second down and 10. Chargers on the move, trying to add. Here's Carmody, slips the tackle up the middle, and still on his way inside the 10-yard line. He breaks one and down to about the 7-yard line. It'll be first and goal. Carroll trying to add.
And I don't know what they said to the Carroll offensive line, but on this drive, this is all about the Carroll offensive line staying low and firing off. And they are just slamming the football in there against this Concordia defense. I'm telling you, Joe, I would slide into a 5-2, or I'd bring all my backers up. More guys, the point of attack for Concordia.
Carmody resets, offset behind Logan Swain at quarterback, and they'll look to him again. No, it's Swain on a quarterback keeper call, and he follows the block inside the 5 down to about the 2-yard line.
And he's a good athlete, Joe, only a junior, 6'2", 150. You know, if he can begin to put some size on that frame, but he's a good athlete, Joe. And I tell you, you know, we get so spoiled with the quarterback play in this area, but there's a lot of good quarterbacks that don't get as many snaps that we see them, Joe, are pretty skilled too.
Carroll establishing some dominance on the ground right now, rushing the football. They've got first and goal at the 2. We've got 8:37 remaining here in quarter 3. Now they go back to the full house, and let's see if that's Mertz. Mertz plunges off tackle left and takes the pile down. Did not get in, though. He's down inside the 1. It'll be second down and goal.
And it's good for Carroll to be able to run some different guys and have some different bodies tonight, Joe, because Carroll then finishes up with Wayne next week, so they can maybe rest a couple of other guys. And then
a week off, right?
Yeah, exactly. They got a week off on the bye. Can you believe that the football draw is this Sunday? But that sets up real nicely because Carroll's going to have some wars in that sectional.
By the way, that draw coming up Sunday night from Indianapolis. Here's a pitch coming to the right. Mertz takes it, his hit. And did he get in?
Wow, what a run, Joe. He got in, and that was a heck of a lick out there by Cam Johnson. But Mers drops the pads, and that's what I mean. Mers is a natural linebacker. He's a natural linebacker, but what he does so well is he's decisive. He plants the outside leg and drops those pads and makes the Concordia defender pay as he heads to the end zone. So I tell you what, that was impressive.
All right, big physical touchdown run in this one. Whew, would not be stopped. Let's jump back over to the action between Mooresville and Martinsville as the second half kicks off. Mooresville up 18-7 against Martinsville.
My shoulder hurts just watching that kid lower.
Mine too. My goodness. Sorry about that, young man.
Control the pace with the strong ground game. Perry under center, going to hand this off to Green. Green gets still on his feet, goes across the 40 for a big run, and Brecken Green, tell you what, after that fumble, he has really turned it up, and he's done really, really well. Perry only has 2 pass attempts all night, a 12-yard completion, then a 55-yard touchdown to Braden Evans, and that touchdown pass was kind of one of those quick jet sweep, just quick little touch pass. So he's really only dropped back to pass at one time. This has been all a ground game for Mooresville, and they've just been able to, and there he goes again, Brecken Green across the 45, near the 40, and another first down for Mooresville. So back-to-back 15-plus yard runs for Brecken Green. And just like that, the Mooresville Pioneers started this off at their own 25. Now they're near the Artesian 40-yard line after just 2 quick plays. And Brecken Green again is still going. And the Artesians finally get him down after he crosses the 30. So you see the strength. Now we get a flag, and this is going to be probably a personal foul. We'll see, and I hope it's not on the Artesians. But if this is a personal foul on the Artesians, it's a frustration penalty because Artesians right now are getting run into the ground.
All right, we're going to jump over to Center Grove and Lawrence North because Center Grove is in the red zone and looking to add some points to their total. So this matchup brought to us by the CG Gridiron Network. Want to take a moment to shout out the announcers, Kevin Conrad, Ted Kitchell, and Rick Embry. Again, they've been with us all season long. I feel like they're part of the family.
Well, it looks like there was a flag there, so they're backing that up.
Well, that's fine. It's still 14-13 advantage Center Grove and still a tight matchup, so let's take it away with the call.
He's got contacted his man, and he wasn't holding him. Official must thought we forgot he was out there.
So the Trojans negate that first down. And there goes Wheat. He's in the open field. Oh, tripped him up.
We're going to do some rapid switching because Mooresville also still in the red zone here, looking to add more points to their total. And again, a big run in that other game. The action, they're coming out real hot in the second half.
We're going to do some rapid switching, in the second half when we know which games we're really going to zero in on because some of these games are getting pretty exciting.
All right, so let's take it away with the action, see if Mooresville can add some more points to their total.
Their runs has had 16, 17, 13, and 9.
So a few big runs for Pioneers and a 15-yard personal foul penalty. Artesians.
All right, so we got another game we're going to keep an eye on. We're going to be jumping between 3 matchups here because every single game is in a scoring position.
This too fast for the referees. Look at it. It looks like business casual for the referees tonight.
Untucked Jones. I like it.
No one tucking in their jerseys here. Whenever I played sports, the first thing the ref always said was tuck your shirt in. And here we got 2 refs with untucked shirts.
They're doing the best they can.
I don't know how I feel about that. All right, here we got Mooresville, but I'll tell you what.
18-7, but I do agree with you. I mean, come on, man.
Business cash.
Keep it tight.
Perry under center, hands it off.
There's a lot of bodies to get through there. And I don't think he did. Oh, Here we go, back to Brownsburg-Noblesville, and again, business casual from the referee there.
Look, man, it's really wet outside.
So you tuck it in.
Maybe if you got the soggy bottom of the shirt, you don't want to tuck that in. That's super
It's not soggy if it's tucked in.
Hey, look, man, I'm just trying to give him an out. Anyway, Brownsburg, Noblesville, and again, 20-0, a really, really tough spot for Noblesville to be in.
And again,
right
as
now.
I said earlier tonight, there might not be a hotter team, but obviously Avon, which beat Brownsburg 7-3. Oh, guess what? We're not going to talk about Brownsburg anymore because we're at another game. It's Center Grove Lawrence North. We told you we're going to be rapid switching. Here we are, Center Grove just outside the red zone. This is a big matchup in the MIC. Center Grove has won 3 of their last 4 games. Lawrence North struggling a little bit, but has plenty of firepower. Here we go. Nice little handoff here.
Stays on his feet.
Look at that move by Connor Delp.
Got to fight through.
He is making
Oh my
some
gosh.
moves, getting down to the 10-yard line.
All right, another switch.
Oh, here we go.
Back to
Martinsville.
Martinsville. Can we get a touchdown?
I think
Can
we got a
finally push
touchdown
through?
there we go. Looks like Kalijah Perry, the quarterback.
I'm not sure, though. The refs are not signaling
No,
yet.
they signaled. He's in.
All right, touchdown.
And look at these refs. As you can see, they are professionals with their tucked-in shirts.
All right, so we are back over to this matchup here, Lawrence North, and man, a lot of action here on Friday.
Yeah,
Night
Lawrence
Live.
North Center Grove at the just outside the 10-yard line. So Center Grove, again, they are without Carson Steele. They've been without Carson Steele all year long. He is their junior stud running back. Has a leg issue, hasn't played at all. So Connor Delp, number 5, Daniel Weems, number 8, have really stepped up for the Trojans. This isn't your typical Center Grove team, but they are trying to round into form here as the this playoffs approach. And again, for you interested, the sectional draw is going to be Sunday at 5 o'clock. You can watch it live on IndyStar.com, courtesy of the IHSA Champions Network. And, of course, Kyle Nedrip will have all the breakdown of the draw after that. So from 5 to 7 is about the sectional draw. So there you go.
Might get an opening for Connor, Weems, whoever it might be.
Just inside the 10. Weems gets outside, looking for the end zone. He's in there. Touchdown, Daniel Weems.
Nice job of blocking on the outside by your ends. The split end did a nice job of holding his block. Watch as he comes to the corner right here. Nice job, everybody holding their blocks. Because of it, Center Grove got 6 points. Very.
All right, touchdown in that matchup. Let's jump back over to this matchup between Carroll and Concordia. And just to give you an update on that other red zone game we were following, Brownsburg matchup, looks like they fumbled in the red zone, so they did not get in the end zone. The only team in that rapid switch that wasn't able to get some points on the board. So sorry for your luck. Maybe next time, but you still got a big lead.
Yeah, they're up 20-0.
I'm sure they're not hurt about that. So let's enjoy this matchup again, Carroll-Concordia.
Run by the right side, and again, a big stick, Concordia. They will get some of that lost yardage back, but not nearly enough. It'll bring up still 4th down and long.
That's something else I don't miss as an old quarterback. I don't miss the cold rain, the cold nights, and I don't miss the safety coming up and putting his pads on me like that. It's nice to be up here in the warm press box.
All right, going to give you some more red zone action. This matchup between Floyd Central and Bedford. Floyd Central in the red zone.
This is an upset. If B&L can hold on to this one is an upset. But again, a lot of time left to play. Floyd Central has one of the best running backs in the state in Winkers Wright. So I'd expect the Highlanders not to finish on a low note tonight.
All right, absolutely. So again, as you can see, 21-19. Let's take it away and see if Floyd Central can claim a lead here with this possession.
The play is blown dead. All right, they're going to mark it at the 14-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 after the 2-yard pickup in there by Brown. I think they're trying to use Wright more as a decoy on this particular possession. All right, we're set. We're moving close to 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter of action. Fast-moving third quarter. A little pass out there to Winkers Wright, and nice tackle in there as coming up. Let's pick that number up. It looks like number 22. It's either 22 or 2. Did you pick that number
22.
up? 22.
Owen Beaver.
Owen Beaver comes up and makes a great tackle on the little screen pass out there. Broke it up that time, and Floyd Central will come in and try the field goal. This will be a 35-yard attempt by Cole Hussung. She's got plenty of leg for it. Now it's just going to determine, the snap will determine much of this, as it has all night. As we get set, and there's the snap. Good snap this time. The kick is up, and it is good. Right through the uprights. And Floyd Central takes a...
All right, so big field goal here. That's going to give them back that lead as we jump back over to the Avon-Zionsville matchup. Right now, Avon up 14-3. And this has been a big night. I want to remind people that we are bringing you statewide action for the first time on IndyStar Friday Night Live. We're bringing you live look-ins at 14 games from throughout the state so far this evening. So big shout out to our network partners who are making it possible, all the great crews and announcers and everyone who is powering the show to get bigger and stronger each and every week. We appreciate you.
Nice effort there from the wide receiver. Henry Hessen, Avon's quarterback there, having another really good year. Yeah, he's good.
Real good. Real good. And so is IndyStar Friday Night Live. Let's take it away with the call and give you some more action.
Was that Ron Collier who just threw a flag? Or
our good buddy, CEO Ron Collier.
Threw it from his desk.
Offsides against Zionsville, so that'll make it a 3rd and 12 as opposed to a 3rd and 17, and there is a difference.
Yeah, there's a big difference. Got twin wide receivers over here on the left. Stovall's the inside receiver. Hessen's been looking for him a lot tonight.
He's got good protection. Firing, oh, what a reception that was. What a catch by Joe Hall. Great catch.
Yeah, watch Hall over here and Stovall on the far left side. They just drive their guys in. And Hessen, watch him square his shoulders here, Howard, and he fires the football on the sideline. But Love, yes, makes a really good catch. He's going to pick up a first down, gain of 14 for Avon. And Joe Hall had the earlier touchdown. 6'3", 180-pound sophomore. And Stovall's a junior. This Avon offense is going to be loaded next year.
Yep. Hessen's a junior too, and Hessen back to throw, airing it out. He's got his man out there. Let's see if there's a flag. There is. It's incomplete, but the flag is there. The intended receiver was Joe Hall, and you can see the contact, Todd.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's a good throw by the officials on the flag, and Henry Hessen just threw the ball up there for the 50-50, and he just couldn't come down with it because he was definitely contact down there. So Joe Hall and the Orioles are going to have the benefit of the pass interference. Let's take a look at the Indiana Members Credit Union replay. Hessen throws the ball up. Watch Hall trying to get it, but there's just too much hand contact there. Comes over the top of Hall, and it's just going to be interference on the Eagles. Big play for Avon.
From the 29-yard line. Or make it the 24-yard line. Avon leading 14-3. Avon 7-0, unbeaten #1 in the state. In a year when so many of the perennial top teams have lost 2 and 3 games.
Yeah, the HCC from top to bottom, probably the best conference in the state of Indiana would be my guess. And they'll get a chance to prove it in the state tournament here coming up in 2 weeks.
Hessen handing off on first down. Look at him go. Jalen Love. Touchdown. Touchdown. 24 yards. And it's 20-3 Avon.
Boy, once Love got past that first level, watch him get past the first level. Hessen will get the ball. Good blocks right there to seal the edge. Good cutback by Love. And he gets to that second level, Howard, and he just outruns the defenders to the end zone and picks up
a big, impressive, fancy footwork touchdown there. Love that. Let's jump back over to Brother Rice and Garion Catholic, because Brother Rice is driving again, and Garion Catholic is having a long night with this team from out of state.
Yeah, that's what happens when a team comes from Michigan.
Don't like it.
Yeah.
Take it away with the call and see if Garion Catholic can close this gap.
Looking to just get positive yardage to set yourself up for a 4th down opportunity.
Yeah, I'm going 4 down territory here. You've got 2 plays to get 5 yards. Garen hasn't been able to stop you on multiple plays quite yet tonight, so certainly 4 down territory.
And it's going to be Pisca Pink with a QB draw. Has some space off the left side. Picks up enough for the first and will go out of bounds. So it's now the Warriors driving down the field. When they were doing this on the opening possession, they threw an interception. I believe the passing game is possibly out of the equation so far.
No, absolutely. You took the words right out of my mouth. I'm not throwing the football here unless I absolutely have to, and I don't see even a scenario if it was 4th and 20 why you would throw the football. This is exactly where they were, however, in the first half when they threw that first touchdown pass. So we'll see what they elect to do, but I expect a heavy dosage of running the football here.
Looks like O'Hara is now in the backfield.
although you watch up the top of the screen, you got one-on-one covered, so if you're going to take a shot, it would come on first down. We'll see if they go to the fade, but I expect them to run it here.
It will be O'Hara cutting it back up the middle. Another minimal gain, but now under 5 minutes in the third quarter.
Brother Rice doing a good job of managing the clock here. I know we're only halfway through the third quarter, or a little bit more than halfway. But again, the more seconds that tick off, the bigger and bigger the mountain becomes for Guerin Catholic to come back in this one down 12-0. And if they get any kind of score here, it's going to be a very, very tough task for Guerin.
Second down. O'Hara still in the backfield. Piscopink in the pistol. Takes a snap, turns, and will give it to O'Hara again, who hesitates at the line and will try and fall forward.
All right, we're going to take a break in the action to bring you a big play in another one of the matchups we've been bringing you all night long. Oh, actually, no, we're going to jump into Center Grove, Lawrence North. This matchup still 21-13, and the big play is coming, I've been informed.
Here it is.
So let's take a look.
This is Daniel Weems, 56 yards, runs into the pile. Nope, I lied, but guess what?
You are a big old liar.
It's coming, so this is the magic of live television.
And thank everyone for watching. If you're watching at home, share the hashtag IndyStarFNL and keep on keeping on. Let's check it out. Daniel Weems.
There he goes. There he goes.
And they won't catch him.
Oh, there he goes. I swear this is live television.
So again, big score in that matchup, and one that has been tight all night long, but starting to break open now. Let's jump back over to another game that is not tight. Brownsburg, Noblesville, 20-0. Let's take it away with the call.
Brownsburg has had in this game. First time they've started in Noblesville territory. Goes out of bounds, stops the clock with 3:50 in the third.
Rain's starting to come down
Yeah,
heavier.
I just got to say the same thing. It's starting to pick up a little out there. Looking at the umbrellas down below us here. Second down and 8. Delay of game.
It's like side judge on this side calls a false start.
Yep. Why don't we just go out and invite everybody up in the press box? Huh?
Might as well.
We got room up here, don't we?
Just that's the burning question. Does anyone want to keep warm or keep dry?
Or both.
Yeah.
Some running room. And inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line.
Be a mad dash for the two doors on each side.
we could hold a raffle. We'll hold a raffle in the first 25 that, you got to come up here because we're okay. Marcus again, down to the 20. Substitutions coming in now for Noblesville. This is one of the issues. We have not talked about this, Craig, but with these drives continuing as they have been, it's really wearing on the defensive unit out there of Noblesville. So they're trying to shuffle some warm bodies in there who are not sucking wind out there right now. Over the right side to the 15. And this time it is Burks. Good enough for the first down. So it will be a 1st and 10 with the clock now just moving inside 3 minutes. Nowhere to go for Burks. He ran into a stone wall, circles right side, and going to be knocked out of bounds inside the 5. They'll spot him right at the 5-yard line. And it is another first down, third first down of this drive. 3 first downs in 5 attempts. Now first down and goal from the 5. Burks again, walked down at the line of scrimmage. In fact, might have lost a half a yard. Burks getting some playing time, number 6, 5'7", 170-pound junior. You're wondering about the quarterback, Ben Easters, by the way. He is 6'3", 200, and only a junior. And Marcus Number 20 is a 6 foot, 190-pound senior. So it's second out and goal from the 5 again. Burks will try it again, and again be brought down.
I think he might have gotten to the 3.
Skyler Tolliver, who leads Noblesville in tackles with 59, comes in to make the stop. And they will spot it down at the 3. Third down goal.
Unofficially, I do have Donnie Marcus at 240 yards.
That'd be the third time then he has gone over 200 yards rushing. On the run, pass incomplete.
Easter's 0 for 7 here in the second half, passing.
And we talked about Easter's coming into the game, 76 of 137 for 1,271 yards, 17 touchdowns to his credit, and only had 2 picks against him. He's had 1 tonight, so 3 altogether. And the clock at 1:32 here in the third period. Fourth down and goal from the 3. You think Marcus might get this? Here he comes.
Might as well pitch it.
He's not going to get it, though. Good defensive stop that time once again for the Millers.
All right, so stop there. Big stop there. So we're going to bring you some more highlights from the games we've been bringing you from around the area.
Sure thing. We've talked about Charlie Spiegel scoring touchdowns. Guess what? He scored another touchdown.
What do you say?
I know you're all shocked, but here he is. He's always dragging defenders into the end zone. That was a 10-yard run for Spiegel. They're up big on Newcastle as expected. Charlie Spiegel just can't stop scoring. Here we go. Carmel. This is the big game. Carmel Warren Central. This is Christian Williams. He's in a quarterback now, and that's a nice pass. Look at that. Wow. Right in stride to Barron Smith for the 6. So they are up 7-0 on Warren Central. Really, really nice throw and catch there. Christian Williams didn't start the year at quarterback, and he's a move-in for Carmel, but he is now the quarterback the last 2 weeks. And
acclimating nicely.
I think they have found something, the Greyhounds there.
Absolutely.
Heading into the playoffs. Here we go. We got more. This is Lincoln Roth from New Pal going up and, what do we, I don't know why we showed that.
Knocked down in the end zone.
Knocked down in the end zone.
Big defensive stop.
Big defensive stop from Newcastle.
That's
why you give the ball to Charlie Spiegel. My apologies there. Here's New Pal again. This is a fake punt. Yeah, you got to try something against New Pal. That one didn't work, though. And that's going to go to the house. So
going the other way.
You know, you try some things when you're playing the team that hasn't lost a regular season game in 3 years, 5 years.
It's been a while.
6 years? Yeah, 7 years. It's 7 years.
Well, while you figure out your math, let's take 60 seconds for a word from our sponsors, Bath Experts. All right, big thank you to our sponsors, Bath Experts, for all the support all season long. We're going to take a quick moment to show you a big play and a big matchup that's been tied all night long, but Fisher's Westfield,
here's a touchdown.
Things changing.
Yeah, that's Camden Simmons to Jacob Riddle. Riddle laying out in the end zone. It's a party in the end zone. Look at that. Everyone, and they're on the ground, but everyone's having fun. Westfield up 14-7. Now, I'll tell you what. This would be an upset. Now, I said that, it doesn't matter what I'm saying. We're going to Center Grove, Lawrence North.
All right, we'll get back to you in a moment. Let's get that call.
He's not very big, Ted. He's a lot like Connor Delp. He can get lost in behind the big lineman and just give him a little bit of a seam there. See that? Just a little bit, and he slips right through.
Yeah, he's very fast, and he'll get better and better as a running back. And that was a big pickup. It didn't look like he did anything special there, and he got 9 yards.
Yeah, 9 yards, nine big ones.
Your offensive line has dominated the second half. dominated.
And the Center Grove defensive line has been dominating here in the
sure
second
have.
half. And look at the scoreboard. It reflects 28-13 Trojans. We're in the fourth quarter. High snap. Almost got away from Taven Jackson.
Yeah, in that situation, you bobble the snap, just grab it and get as much as you can get as a quarterback. Don't try to hand that off. I mean, all you're going to do is make things worse. Luckily, they only need a yard, so it's 3rd and a yard, and they're still very capable of picking that up.
Center Grove Magazine, proud to support Trojan football. Center Grove Magazine, your hyper-local community magazine, highlighting people, places, things, and events happening right here in Center Grove. Center Grove Magazine for the community, about the community, to serve the community. Weems to the 35, first down Trojans. 7 yards for the sophomore. He continues to impress.
Yeah, and he continues to add numbers to probably his biggest game of his career. I mean, he's probably up around 185 yards now, so he's doing an outstanding job.
Ted, with the state tournament draw this Sunday, I'm really liking what I'm seeing tonight here from the Center Grove Trojans with that state tournament coming up here in just a few weeks. We see a flag as Weems again behind that big O-line, just a big convoy all the way to the 15, but I'm afraid it's going to come back because of a holding call against the Trojans. But, man, I like to see that play again. Here we go, Ted. Watch the O-line.
Yeah, watch the middle. Who did they call that on? Did they call it on 54 again?
Might have been.
I mean, he was all the way out by the hash mark.
Yeah, it wasn't even part of the play.
That's all right. Officials overall, I think, have done a pretty good job tonight. Yeah, we haven't seen them much. There hadn't been too many penalties called. Let the teams play. It's important, and here's an opportunity for Center Grove to pick up a first down, 1st and 20.
We play first down.
At the 45, first down. Here comes Wheat again, breaks a tackle, breaks another one, and he's to the 30. Hear the oohs and ahs from the Center Grove crowd.
Well, the football parents know that he's a sophomore, and they know what a great little move right there. Great little move, got him an additional 10 yards, and Center Grove had to be very, very happy to see number 13 doing the things he's doing tonight.
Wheat chews up 15 yards all the way to the 30. Connor Delp, he's going to cut it inside.
I think that's a good
Great
move.
containment by 21. He made him come inside. Leonard Wharton.
Just well stick your foot in the ground, go north-south as much as you can. Give yourself a chance. Try to outrun him to the sideline. You're probably going to get caught. I mean, this is a point in the game where Taven needs to start using clock also. He's looking at that big clock up behind the end zone. He needs to start, not snapping that ball until there's 4 or 5 seconds on the clock.
Weems.
First down.
20, 15, 10, 5. Looking for his 4th touchdown of the night. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, great run by Weems. He just continues to run off tackle. You can see, and the guys just continue to give him big holes. He sneaks in there. He follows his lineman. Dives for the end zone. Comes up just a little bit short, but he's probably going to get it on this next play, and probably 6 points.
27 yards for the sophomore sensation, Daniel Weems. First and goal at the 2. Wheat in the backfield to the right of Weems. They're going to go to Wheat, looking for his first varsity touchdown. He got it.
Yes, sir.
2-yard touchdown run for Brandon Wheat, the sophomore, making a name for himself here tonight.
Well, and don't believe that Coach Moore isn't aware of that. I mean, he's feeding that kid, he wants him to be hungry as he gets ready to play.
All right, so after the score there, we're going to jump back over to this matchup. Bedford North Lawrence and Floyd Central. Right now, Bedford with the ball, looking to come back after Floyd Central has put some space between these two teams.
Either ankle or knee. And his freshman year, he actually broke that same ankle I believe she's messing with right now, seeing what's going on with it.
Well, let's hope she's fixing it and not messing with it.
Well, yeah, not messing with it, yeah. Yeah.
But I know what you mean. As we hope Tristan's okay.
Yep.
It's given to Bates, and Bates is, I believe, stopped. Boy, that is going to be close as he went around the right end, and it just depends on where they mark the football. And Floyd Central says it's their football as they're going to come out and measure this one. Nice defense by the Highlanders on that stop on 4th and 1.
Absolutely. Great tackle there by Trace Richards.
And they are short. B&L loses the football on loss of possession on downs, and it comes back over to Floyd Central. There's the measurement. It is Floyd Central's football.
So now we will see the sophomore, other than like late game.
All right, going to take some breaking this action to bring you a big play in that Fishers-Westfield game. You saw Westfield finally break the stalemate where Fishers said, nah, we're going to tie this thing back up. Big run here in this one.
Getting out of the slop, getting into the zone. Nice touchdown.
Like it.
Now, they did botch the extra point, though, so Westfield still leads Fishers 14-13.
So that is a crucial extra point to be missed. So let's jump back over to Brother Rice and Guerin Catholic. This one, 12-0. Still in favor of Brother Rice. Guerin Catholic has not been able to get on the board against the team from Michigan.
Hand off up the middle again. Bumgardner moves the pile but is stopped. Good gain on first down, but they need chunk yardage quick.
Yeah, a decent gain there, but again, when do you go away from Baumgartner? I mean, getting 7 yards is great, but it's time to get in the end zone. Here's a quick replay. You see here he comes back about 3 yards, so that tells the defense he's going to punt. Great push there, and he got his hands up there to block it, and that was a nice block by number 34. That was Nick DeMoss with the block. Huge momentum push there for Guerin. Can they do something with it? They haven't been able to all night.
2nd and 5. Again, Bumgardner. Bottled up, taken down.
I don't know. I don't know what else you can do. This is what you're this is who you've proven you are, and you're going to ride him to the win, and I get that because he's a senior and he's been great to you all year, but you're going to have to do something, whether it's a misdirection, whether it's a quick pitch, but running to the right gap, running to the left gap is not getting you any kind of positive yards.
3rd down and 4 is the spot. It's going to be opportunity. Obviously, you're 4 down territory every single play from here on out. It is an I formation. It's Gelov under center.
I'm waiting for Dominic Ferrucci to step up and make a play too. Throw it to your guy that you have in need.
Flag is thrown, and Bumgarner gets tripped up.
All right, we're going to jump back over to that Avon-Zionsville matchup because Zionsville is looking to get back into this one. So let's take it away and see if they can make it happen.
Standard 5-receiver set. There it is. Touchdown. Cole Wiseman finds his receiver. Well, you got 5 of them out there. Your chances of hitting one are pretty high.
And that is a big play. So let's jump back over to Brother Rice and Guerin Catholic to see if we can get you another.
We'll wait for the officials' ruling here. And did they pick up the flag? Looks like they picked up the flag.
Yep. So pick up the flag. I believe they're going to probably decline it anyway.
Officials timeout.
It's going to bring up a 4th down either way.
There was a flag down, but there was no call from the official, so it must have just been an inverted flag. So 4th down and 1. Do you go to the workhorse Baumgartner? Do you go to the quarterback keeper? And another official timeout here.
Just want to make sure that everyone is on the same page for the big 4th down. This point in the 4th quarter, this could be the play of the game.
What do you do here, Brent? Do you go quarterback keeper? Do you hand it off to Baumgartner?
Man.
Big 4th and 1 here.
We'll see. I formation, and it'll be a play action fake.
Wow.
Looking for the pass. Gelov meets the defense, breaks through. Space off the right side, cuts it up for the first down.
Unbelievable. What a play. I'm not sure the play call to throw it on 4th and 1 on the play action, but a great job there by Christian Gelov. Puts the whole team on his back, steps up. It could have been a loss of about 14 on his sack, but he steps up, makes a man miss, and runs it enough for the first down. What a great play there. We'll see it here. Nothing going here. A great push there by the defense of Brother Rice, but then again, he steps up in the pocket, makes one man miss, gets enough for the first down. What a play there by Christian Gelov.
Seniors making senior plays on.
All right, a big scrambling play for a first down there. Impressive stuff. So let's jump back over to the matchup between Bedford North Lawrence and Floyd Central. And we'll probably do some jumping around to keep an eye on multiple games at once here on Friday Night Live.
And this time the ball is given And nowhere to go. That is DeWeese. He cuts back this side, and he is brought down. Good pursuit that time by the B&L defense, and that is a loss back to the 18-yard line. That's a loss of 6 on the play. That will bring up 3rd and 15 for the Highlanders.
All right, let's jump back over to this Gary Catholic matchup. And again, if we do some rapid switching, it's just because we don't want you to miss a single thing. Let's take it away.
We're all the way down to 10 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, this is 32 seconds off the clock.
And this time it's handed off. Oh, no, there's going to be a keeper. It looks like it was a
the ball
play
was
action,
fumbled.
and a little bit of a fumble falling on.
Nice job by Max McGrill there to jump on it. So 3rd down and 9, maybe 3rd down and 10. So in 2 plays, you've gained 0 yards, and you've ran off about 1:20 on the clock as we're halfway through here in the 4th quarter. So at some point, you've got to at least take some chances downfield and try to open this thing up.
Yeah, this is a big play. Obviously, you're going to get 2 plays to gain 12 yards for the first down.
Rain not a factor right now. It looks like it's completely stopped raining. And, a field goal does you no good. You have to get 6 here and hope for the extra point. But you're going to have to find the end zone here. Field goal does you absolutely no good. It's 4-down territory.
Geloff shotgun just turns and hands it off to Bumgarner, who gets taken down. Great job coming up from the safety position with a big tackle. That, of course, is going to stop him short. And just a really great job by Rocco Milia coming up and noticing that this is not a pass. This is going to be a run off to the left side and a gain of only 3.
3rd and 12, I'm throwing the football. I don't understand that at all. Under 6 minutes to go, I'm trying to get something downfield. At least with an incompletion, you stop the clock. But again, here, another minute gone by, and what happened on that play? You gained 2 yards. So you absolutely have to throw the football here. And a timeout on Guerin Catholic.
This time, timeout is taken, and we are going to go ahead and take a look at the Aspen Creek question of.
All right, as they take a timeout in that matchup, let's bring you some more highlights from around the area.
Sure thing. Here we go. We got Jordan Page with an interception from Newcastle. Again, New Pal leading big in this game, but Newcastle's had their moments.
Absolutely, and on the defensive side of the ball.
But here we go. This is what you've all come to see. It's Charlie Spiegel. It's back to this Newcastle game, and it's a 73-yard touchdown run because they're not going to catch him. Nice block downfield by the receivers, and he's showing some wheels. 35 showing some wheels, too. Look at 35 in the hustle getting back there.
Not just power game. He's a complete package.
Yeah, he's really an impressive player. He's probably running away with the Mr. Football, with the IndyStar Mr. Football vote this year. But, again, just a fantastic player. What a great high school career.
If he were to win a Mr. Football, I'll be hosting the IndyStar Sports Awards and be able to be a part of that. So I just like to plug my own stuff.
Shameless plug there by Justin Mack.
Let's
I
get him
expect
some more
nothing
action.
less. Here we go. Here's Drew Byerly. Now, this is a kid who's got his own case for Mr. Football. I kid you not. A kid from Franklin, Drew Byerly. He is a stud quarterback, running, throwing, just really doing it all. That's another rushing touchdown. They were up big on Greenwood. At that point, it was 34-0. I think it just finished 41-7, Greenwood. Here we go. Weibo interception in the end zone against Danville. There it is. The Warriors trying to beat the Stars there, but Cale Payne throws it up. Weibo intercepts it. And we've got one more. Here we go. It's Jalen Ward. This is his 4th touchdown of the game. He is he just won't be stopped, can't be stopped. There he is, touchdown. Again, we told you it was 41-7 was the final there. Franklin moves to 7-1. No one saw that coming. Chris Cole, he did great things at Tri-West. It looks like he's doing great things at Franklin right now.
Success follows. All right, we're going to take a quick 60-second break from our sponsors, Bath Experts. All right, thanks to Bath Experts. Let's jump right back into this Avon Zionsville matchup. big opportunity here for Zionsville. A fake punt opportunity failed for Avon, giving Zionsville some sweet field possession. And after that last touchdown, they're in striking distance of taking a lead against the number 1 team. So let's take it away with the call and see if they can make it happen.
The intended receiver's hands, it's incomplete.
Yeah, it was off the hands of Weitzel. That's his first drop that I've seen tonight. That one that was thrown over his head, I wouldn't say it was a drop at all. Here comes Freeman for the field goal.
He's got the leg to do it.
Yeah, the last one he hit from 38 yards would have been good from 50. So this is going to be a 46-yard attempt. It's basically right in the middle of the field. So he's got a good directional kick here, just straight on.
All right, this would tie it up. 46 yards, Chris Freeman. Good snap. He got his leg into it. And the kick is good. He did it, and this game is tied up.
All right, Chris Freeman with a huge kick there to tie things up in this matchup against Avon.
That's why he was the IndyStar Super Team's preseason kicker to watch from Kyle Nenrip. That kid has got a leg. Heck of a soccer player, too, for the number 1 ranked Zionsville Eagles, who are also in tournament play right now.
So that a big matchup that we will stick with here on IndyStar Friday Night Live. Let's get to another one that remains tight. Fisher's Westfield. Fisher's still alive, even though they are down 1. Let's take it away with the call.
Rue going to hand it off to Scally. Scally gets blocks. That's going to be a first down there. Good run. That's going to be spotted on their own 44 here. Around the 45.
We'll see if the Tigers can continue this or if the Shamrocks will find a way. Shut them down like they have for most of this game.
Marcus are under center here. That's Matt Noble. No, excuse me. That's Sean Kim in the backfield. Marcus Drew's going to pass it to Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons able to nearly shed that and able to pull his way forward for another Tigers first down. With Sean Kim being back, with Matt Noble being back for the Tigers, we haven't seen nearly as much action for Sean Kim.
How is Westfield going to respond as the Tigers have finally found some holes in their defense? It's going to be interesting to see if the Shamrock.
We're going to take a quick jump over to some action. Sounds like we got some big special teams play in that Avon-Zionsville matchup. Like an onside kick.
When you smell the upset, you go for it. This is Scott Turnquist's first season as head coach at Zionsville. They are 3-4. You're playing the number 1 team in the state at home. You're going for it. Love the call.
Man.
Showing some guts. You trust your kids. And you really don't want to give the ball back to that high-powered Avon offense. You're giving your kids a chance. Just fantastic.
Yeah, and Avon obviously not expecting a call like that. So, again, bold play calling, and it pays off in a big way. Let's take it away with the call and see if Zionsville
it looks like Avon's got the ball.
What?
What is Avon's got the ball?
All right, let's get the call, and let's get everything straightened out.
So I still like the call of going for the onside kick. The result, not so much for Zionsville, but hey, you know.
Well, the refs will get it straightened out.
But, yes, I love the call from Coach Turnquist for sure for Zionsville. 2 special teams calls right there, basically almost back-to-back. There's the flag they're finally throwing. They mark it up 5 yards. And so Avon will have really good field position, but they have not done much here in the late third quarter, early fourth.
Let's see if Henry Hesking can get him going. Outstanding junior quarterback, throwing 2 touchdown passes. And the ball carrier is McCray. And what an adjustment. Cam McDaniel.
All right, so everything is straightened out here on the special teams play. Let's jump back into that Fishers-Westfield matchup because right now still down 1, crucial moments here, looking to reclaim a lead and take a big win. Let's take it away.
Yeah, and just
the Tigers really marched the ball all the way downfield after having a 3rd and 15 behind their own 20. And now they're on the Shamrocks 15 and in prime position to score here and take this lead back.
Time and time again, we've seen his downfield vision, just being able to see the gaps and run through them.
Appears Sean Kim is in the backfield here with Marcus Rue under center. Rue's going to hand it off to Kim. Kim able to get off a couple tackles. Pretty decent run there. I don't see any reason for the Tigers to stop running the ball here. They're having success, and they need to kill clock. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, if you will.
So that run will bring up a 2nd and 6 for the Tigers as they approach the 10-yard line going in.
Tigers coming out in the I formation. Kim in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to the fullback here, pushing the pile.
And they're going to mark it as a gain of 5.
That was Dominic Oliverio there on the carry. Marcus Rue under center. Single back formation.
3rd and 1 for the Tigers.
He's going to hand it off. That's Scally. Scally able to get a touchdown there.
Running straight to the middle. And that'll put the Tigers up by 5. Hopefully they can.
All right, so big touchdown. Fishers reclaiming the lead in this matchup.
You got to go for 2 here if you're Fishers.
Absolutely,
right?
That's
a no-brainer.
You've got to keep it, any possibility of them reclaiming that lead out of their hands. So let's jump back over to some action.
No, let's stay here for the 2-point conversion.
You sure?
I'd like to stay here for the 2-point conversion. I don't know if they can score 3 on 11, but here's the rest of the offense, so there we go.
All right, let's get into it. Actually, let's jump back into the call and see what happens next.
Oh, I think they're calling timeout.
Seem to be deliberating about what to do.
It'll be
They're
interesting to
gonna
see
call
what they do
timeout.
here because, you got to think the Shamrocks will be expecting a run and packing the box with 11 instead of 10 on this play.
All right, with the timeout, we are going to jump back into the Zionsville matchup because it is still tied up, and now Zionsville
has the ball now.
Yep, back in
at
opportunity.
midfield. So I'll tell you what, this could be the upset of the season to this point.
Absolutely.
I mean, Avon undefeated, number 1 in 6A. Zionsville's been scuffling lately, and I said that at the beginning of the night, I said Zionsville has a chance here because I thought it was going to be a rainy, wet day, and they have the Colin Price running back effect. Well, it's been Cole Wiseman right here. It's been number 3 doing most of the damage for the Eagles, and I'll tell you what, they are in prime position. And when you've got a kicker who can hit 45-yarders, 47-yarders like it's
like
nothing,
that.
You've got yourself quite the advantage. So really interested to see how this game turns out.
Absolutely. Again, being
you
able
can
to
see the wind whipping around. See the wind with those tents.
Yeah, and
back
he
there?
nailed that kick
And
in these
Chris Freeman
conditions.
Still nailed that field goal.
It's been awesome. Now, we're going to do some rapid switching here between this one and this Fishers-Westfield game
That
because,
two-point
again,
conversion, yeah.
this 2-point conversion is crucial in this
I
matchup.
look for the QB draw. Now, call me Shirley, but I think I'm looking at Marcus Rue here.
Let's see if your prediction is as good as you think as they
and this is
get under
live,
center
guys.
here.
This is not like earlier when I completely saw the play before it happened.
Exactly. This is as it's happening here on IndyStar Friday Night Live, presented by Bath Experts. The only place you're going to get this action.
QB draw!
And not getting in. So that play call is going to leave the door open for Westfield. Let's jump back over to the Zionsville matchup to see if they can close the door on this one.
And there's Colin Price, the sophomore running back I was talking about, Zionsville needing to lean on. And at this point, you want to milk clock and you want to score. You've got a great weapon to do it. But again, they're going spread. Now, this worked for them. We saw they went 5 receivers and threw a touchdown pass. So they're going spread.
Right on.
Colin Price.
But that's a big first down, though, for the Eagles.
From the 40-yard line of Avon in this tie game. Weissman looking. Firing.
Uh-oh.
It's a jump ball and it's incomplete. Terrific defensive play made there.
See, again, those are those plays that, Coach Turnquist does not want Weissman making. You're rolling out to your left. I know he's got a strong arm. He throws it all the way back across his body, all the way to the right sideline, which is a very long throw. And he's got less than 50% completion percentage coming into tonight. Twice as many interceptions as touchdowns coming into tonight. So those are the kind of plays you don't necessarily need to make to throw it all the way across the field there. But let's see what they can do here on 2nd and 10.
Brody Weitzel was there, and Tyler Anderson broke it up beautifully. or else Weitzel would have caught it. And wide open this time is Firestone. He's got the first down, out of bounds, pushed out at the far sideline by.
All right, big play there. Let's jump over and show you another one. This matchup between Northrop and Northside, one of our statewide games. And as you can see, it starts off in Northrop's possession, but things are going to change with a quick quarterback strip by the big man who's going to take it to the house.
They're going to give him some extra. He gets a second serving of dinner tonight.
Pasta night's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Let's jump back over to that other matchup between Zionsville and Avon.
And I want to give you some score updates here. Carmel leads Warren Central 28-0. And Charlie Spiegel, 272 yards, 6 touchdowns for New Palestine.
All right, let's take it away with this Zionsville-Avon matchup. Again, Zionsville still marching with possession. Again, this could be a big match, like you said, the upset of the season, not just the night.
I said it. I meant it.
All right, let's stick with it.
Get a touchdown here.
Absolutely. Watch Weissman here. Just a quick throw to Price. Have been throwing that all night. Good blocking downfield by Vicarella and the wide receivers for the Eagles. He picks up 3.5 yards. Sets up second down for Zionsville.
Okay, on 2nd and 7, they're going deep. He's out there. Touchdown! Touchdown, Brody Weitzel.
They can't stop him. En fuego. Look at the Indiana Members Credit Union replay. Watch Weissman. Watch his eyes bounce really quick. He saw it immediately. The defender fell down. He was one-on-one coverage over there on Joseph Sargent. Now, Sargent's 6'2", 164 pounds, but Brody Weitzel.
So there you have it, a huge touchdown that's going to give Zionsville the lead over the number 1 Avon. That's
the catch of the night.
That's the catch of the night.
Fantastic grab right there.
And this one here, Westfield is marching against Fishers. They are trying to reclaim this lead, and just a few minutes left in this one. So if they are able to score, they'll be able to possibly steal this one in the final moments from Fishers. So let's take it away with the call as they get this flag sorted out.
It looks like a 5-yard penalty.
Not going to be a big deal
No, first
as Westfield
15.
continues to march.
See where they mark it here.
So it'll be a 5-yard penalty from where the penalty was committed.
So that's going to leave the Shamrocks with a 3rd and 21. Or 2nd and 21.
It'll be 2nd and 21. Ref standing over the ball.
It appears they're giving the defense a chance to make substitutions. They're correcting the game clock.
They're changing the clock based on the intentional grounding call.
It appears they're going to deny the illegal man downfield and accept the intentional grounding. That's a handoff right there to patch it. Pretty big gain there. It's going to be a 3rd down for the Shamrocks here, and an important one at that. Clock's still running, under 3 minutes now. It's going to be a 3rd and 16. Shamrocks coming out in trips here.
Shamrocks really need to pick something up here. They want a shot at making the 4th down conversion.
Simmons dropping back. There's pressure. Tigers nearly sacked him. I think that might be called intentional grounding again. They're going to say that number 15, I believe that is Mason Pianing, was close enough. That's still going to lead to a 4th down, very long for the Shamrocks. Great stop there by the Tigers.
This lead to a 4th and 16. This is a crucial play. The Shamrocks need to get the conversion here, or else this game might be over.
I think the key for the Tigers here is to kind of come out in a mock prevent defense and just play the sticks. It appears that's exactly what they're doing with those 2 safeties deep. timeout called by Westfield.
Seems as though they need a second to talk over what they're going to do on this crucial play.
All right, we're going to jump back over to this matchup between Bishop Dwenger and Snyder. Again, a big one. Matt, this was your game of the night, and right now still 14-7, but they are driving and looking to knot things up.
Sure, and I want to give you some final scores as they move along. We showed you a lot of that Center Grove Lawrence. First of all, let's see if this quarterback can not get killed. Okay, so Center Grove, that's an incomplete pass, right? Not a fumble.
Looks like they're saying they want it the other way. Hold on, we got something developing here.
Are they calling that a fumble?
Let's take a look and see what the refs decide. Right now, a lot of confusion on the field, but again, this could be a huge turnover at this point in the game.
That was a forward pass. Yeah, it's a forward pass. All right, score updates. Center Grove beat Lawrence North 35-21. Webo beat Danville 20-14. And Cathedral beat Brebeuf 21-7.
All right. And we're going to do some rapid switching still, continuing to keep an eye on so many games that are at crucial moments in flux. Right now, this fourth down opportunity. So let's take a look and see if Westfield can convert and keep this drive alive. Quarterback's going over the middle, big catch. Not sure.
He was trying to lateral that because it was fourth down.
Not quite able to get it, and you can see Fishers celebrating because they know that that is their opportunity to put this one to bed.
Well, they still got 2 timeouts and 2:34. So if Westfield makes a stop, they can stop the clock twice, get the ball back. Here's Avon. Henry Hessen going deep.
Ooh, not able to find it, man.
Incomplete.
And again,
we have a late flag. We have a late flag. There might have been some defensive holding, some pulling of the jersey.
Let's see if it's on the defense or the offense here.
Well, it's usually on the defense.
I don't know, man.
I know the NFL has been a point of emphasis this year, but
and look at that.
He agrees with me.
All right, he agrees with you.
And guess what? His shirt's tucked in.
I like to see that. Keep it classy, refs. Yep. So we'll take it away with the call again. This matchup and so many others. This one, of course, a huge one. Avon, number 1, is down at this moment, and time is slipping away.
Ooh.
I don't know
about that.
Hey,
you know?
That's why I said it might be on the offense.
Know what?
I'm not a ref. I'm just a guy at a desk. What do I know?
The defensive player didn't let him get back to the ball. Is that really his job to let him get back to the ball, though?
I guess, but the offensive player
did he turn his head around? I don't think he turned his head around.
All right, anyway, we'll take it away with the call and let them straighten this out, but that looked like offensive pass interference. Let's take it away.
Yeah.
Henry Hessen to throw again. He may run with this one. He is. And he slides down at about the 36. A nice pickup.
Flag down over here on the far sideline. I'm sorry, the middle of the field, actually. Yeah, holding on Avon. That's a big one.
Oh, yes.
Because you had second down in about 2 or 3, and now you're going to look at second down in about 20. Actually, second and 20 is what you're going to be looking at, as opposed to second and 2.
First and 20, right?
First and 20, yeah. First and 20 as opposed to second and 2.
Well, Henry Hessen's grandfather, Mark Plagman, certainly pulling for marks. The general manager of the new Andy Moore Truck Center, their new location.
All right, just want to give all the viewers a heads up. We're going to be switching between 3 big games that we are monitoring. Of course, this one you see now, Avon Zionsville. We're also going to be keeping an eye on that Fishers Westfield matchup. That still sits at 19-14 with time running out. And then also the Bishop Dwenger Snyder game. Bishop Dwenger was driving, but Snyder with a turnover there. They're going to march back and see if they can knot things up. It's still 14-7 in that matchup. So again, those 3 big games, we're going to be doing some rapid switching as they wrap up here on IndyStar Friday Night Live.
Yeah, and I just want to give you an update. First of all, great defensive play there by Zionsville.
Big time.
But Lawrence Central leads Ben Davis 23-20 right now with less than a minute to go, 30-something seconds left. So I tried to explain this before. I failed.
Big matchups.
I tried it again, and I got it right. So if Ben Davis loses to Lawrence Central and Warren Central loses to Carmel, which they are, they're losing 28-0, and North Central's up 34-7 going into the fourth quarter against Pike, North Central clinches at least a share of the MIC title for the first time in their football program history. Just a stunning development for North Central. Wide open.
Oh, and here's a stunning development right now. Big pass across the middle. Avon going. He's at the 10. Is he going to get in?
He's in.
Touchdown. That is huge.
Oh, they're calling him out at the 2.
Oh, what?
The ref couldn't get down there fast enough, but they're calling him down at the 2 or the 1.
And it's tough from this vantage point. Again, the pass interference play and now this play, but either way, Avon making a huge play in the play as this game rolls on.
That looks like Carmelo Mitchell. You know what? That's a touchdown. Unless he stepped out of bounds, that's a touchdown.
Either way, they'll have to maybe get in the end zone a second time.
Where's
so
my
let's take it
challenge
away with
flag?
the call, see if they can get in. But that is a huge play. Let's take it away with the call.
No, you've got to respond when you're down. The first time all night that Avon's been down, and here they are responding with 1st and goal here at the Zionsville 3-yard line. You obviously can run the ball here. There's a flag down. Might be delay of the game. Yes, it is. Delay of the game.
Oh, that really hurts when you're 1st and goal at the 2.
No, they said they called timeout, actually.
Oh.
All right, another flag on the field here in this one. Want to give you an update on that other game we've been tracking. Bishop Dwenger is going to beat Snyder 14-7 in that matchup, so that one is over. Again, Bishop Dwenger is your winner in that matchup against Snyder.
All right, let me sneak in another score here. Lutheran 42, Speedway 13, and Bishop Chittard 36, Terre Haute North 6.
And again, let you know, we will be jumping back over to the Fishers-Westfield matchup. Definitely did not forget about that big one. As you can see on the screen there, still 19-14, and these games are still wide open here.
So
2 minutes is a lot of time.
No timeouts left for Westfield. It's 3rd and about 7. So this is the game. This is the game. If Fishers gets the first down, Westfield can't stop the clock. If Westfield stops them here, they're going to get the ball back.
Yeah, so saying this is a big play is an understatement. Let's see if
this
Fishers
is the
can
game.
make it happen. Go with the handoff.
Keeping it on the ground, but he's not going to get it. So now, actually, if you're Fishers, you got a decision to make. It doesn't matter right now because we're going to Zionsville Avon.
But I do say you go for the 4th if you're Fishers. Just my opinion.
Might as well go for the win, right?
So let's see if Avon can
there's
get
Jalen
the touchdown.
Love. He's short. Big tackle there by Zionsville.
And this has got to be tough because on that big pass play, again, I feel like everyone on the field, defense included, probably thought that was a touchdown on that big pass play. So now they got to fight for it again. And Zionsville has shown all night that their defense is no
Look at the
joke.
block by Blake Fisher, 54. He's going to Notre Dame for a reason. He pancaked his guy 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
It's big. See, trying to force it in again.
I don't think they're going to make it on this one either.
Let's see. Let's wait for the refs to get us some confirmation.
I don't
the pile
know
is
if
moving.
they've blown the whistle.
It's getting chippy
the
down
ball
low.
is out.
The ball is out.
The ball is out, but I don't know if the refs know the ball is out.
I'm not sure the refs know what's going on right now.
The refs are, who's got the ball?
The refs are still in the pile looking for the ball.
Yeah, who's got the ball? Where are we spotting this? How about at the 15-yard line with the guy in green?
All right, so the refs continue to look for the pill. We just want to remind everyone that here on Friday Night Live, we've been able to bring you 14 games from throughout the state, thanks in part to our network partners who are making it happen. I also want to give you an update on the Fishers game that we've been monitoring. Fishers has taken the timeout. There's only a little over a minute and 4 left on the clock in that one.
All right, they're going to call third down here. They're
fourth down play in that Fishers game when we go back to it.
Here it's a third down. They're going to say he was short of the goal line and his momentum was stopped before the fumble.
Boy, this is tough.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously just run it in. Your quarterback is over 6 foot. Just lean forward.
It
right?
sounds easy.
It does.
But Zionsville's
and if I've got an offensive tackle who's going to Notre Dame, I go there.
I go behind.
Look and Fishers is going to punt the ball, so they're going to give the ball to Westfield. One last shot for Westfield.
At least that's what they're lining up for. But
I
don't know.
Would you fake it here?
I'd fake it here.
We got guys moving. It doesn't matter. We're going back to the
got
Avon
rapid
game.
switches here.
Someone will tell us if they punted or actually faked it.
Yeah, and again, our IndyStar Friday Night Live team, we're monitoring again 14
No,
games
he
all
is
at
stuffed.
once. And
he is stuffed. Look at the Zionsville defense flexing there to get it to a 4th down.
I cannot believe this. This is going to be a huge disappointment if they're not able to get it in.
This is the #1 team in the state going up against a Zionsville team that has come on some rough times this season, and it looks like they actually lost some yardage there. That's a long yard to get on 4th down. They're spreading it out a little bit. You got 2 receivers down here to the right,
so
bottom of the screen.
Big pass play gets you in. You try to run it in 3 times. Right now you're looking for actually you go spread. I'm not sure what they do next here.
They're throwing. No, he's going to have to run it. He's in. He's in for the touchdown. Henry Hessen.
And that one is undeniable. No question there.
Big play. When you're #1 in the state and you've been pretty much #1 for most of the year, going into the tournament, you like to face a little bit of adversity. You like to be tested. You like to see how you respond. That's a great way to respond right there for Avon.
Keep in mind, they're still being tested. They haven't passed it yet. They're not even in the clear. This extra point is crucial.
You're right. You're right.
I'm just saying.
But I'm saying that's what I like to see from my team. If I'm Coach Mark Bless, yes, we're trailing Zionsville. You feel like you shouldn't be in this position. But to get there with 5 minutes to tie it up, it's in, right? Yeah.
And that is good. So this thing is all tied up. Huge game. Let's jump back over to that other matchup now, Fishers-Westfield. Another huge matchup
Westfield
here.
with the ball at the 11-yard line, 52 seconds to go. Camden Simmons, they have a capable quarterback. They've got weapons. Let's see what they can do.
This time the pass is complete. Oh, it is
Fumble.
knocked out. Let's see if they'll call it a fumble. Big hit there by the
Call an
Tigers.
incomplete pass.
They're going to call it an incomplete pass. I think it's because he didn't make a football move there, so it's going to be ruled incomplete.
There's a player down and a flag on the field.
That was
So
a
there
massive hit.
is
You got to
a-
hope that Shamrock's player's okay. I believe that was Jeffrey Brown there on that hit. He's able to walk off on his own, the Shamrocks players.
He's able to jog off. We've seen explosive plays all night. We've seen explosive plays all night from both offenses, but
45 seconds left to go, and the Shamrocks still haven't gained a yard after that incompletion. It's a 3rd down and 10 here. The ball on the 11.
Westfield needs one now, though.
This time they have the running back.
All right, back to pass.
Patch it.
Fires over the middle, complete.
It's going to be caught, but
for
it is going to be enough for a first down.
Which will stop the clock until the chains are set.
Good pass there by Simmons. The clock's going to be running. He's going to spike it.
The ball. So Westfield is set up on their own 30 with 38 seconds left in the game to try and go down and score.
Let's see here what the Shamrocks do. Tigers just need to keep their receivers inbounds and stop any big gains over the move. Simmons takes the snap, drops back, finds his target. He's gonna. Looks like he's gonna get out of bounds, which he does. Pretty good little pass right there.
So nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds, making sure he gets that clock stop for his team.
This is shaped up to be a very good matchup on Friday Night Lights. You always love an entertaining game that's down to the wire. 32 seconds left here.
Down to the wire indeed. It's a 3rd and 1.
Simmons drops back.
Complete over the middle.
It's complete over the middle. He's going to be stopped in the middle of the field. The Shamrocks are going to have to spike it here. That's going to kill the clock. It's going to be a first down, so they're going to have to move the chains. But before the clock starts moving, there's going to be 26 seconds left. And they're going to spike it. Under 25 seconds now at around their own 45.
Shamrocks need a big play downfield.
Now that they've gone back to having Patchett in the backfield, we've seen less pressure and disruption by the Tigers here.
Tigers have...
No, he's actually in an empty backfield this time, and we see that disruption once again. Let's see if the Tigers can keep the receiver in the bounds after the pass. That was complete to Patchett. That was not what the Tigers wanted there after a big gain and a first down, as well as Patchett getting out of bounds there. 15 seconds left here.
Ball will be spotted at 49-yard line going in. No, apologies, 44-yard line going
Shamrocks have to score a touchdown here. A field goal will not do it. So they have to march 44 yards.
All right, as we keep an eye on this matchup as Westfield continues to drive, we just want to let you know Zionsville is taking the kickoff. They are marching again. They're at midfield, and we will get you back to that game as soon as this action shakes out. So just stick with us, and we'll get you back and see what happens.
There's a flag here, so this is going to come back for holding. And that's what you can't have happen in this situation. You can't give up real estate, and you wasted 8 seconds, 10 seconds where you don't really have any time.
Yep.
That's a backbreaker for Westfield.
Stalls the big momentum they had going down with a string of really great plays, players getting to the outside. So, yeah, that's tough to see for Westfield.
Here for the Tigers.
Well, we've seen big plays downfield. And Westfield is still a top 10 team in the state of Indiana. So it's not over till it's over. I think Westfield still has a shot as long as they can find an open man downfield and get it to him.
After that penalty, they're now going to have to go 54 yards downfield. 57, actually. Simmons takes the snap, drops back looking. He's getting pressured. He's going to have to run himself. and he's going to be down.
And it looks like that's
going to be the end of the game. A win after scores late there by the Tigers.
All right, so that is going to be the ball game. As you can see, the fans storming on the field there for Fisher. So let's jump back over to this tied-up Avon-Zionsville matchup. Sounds like Zionsville actually just had a big loss of yardage on a sack not too long ago, so that's going to put them in this position where they got to cough it up with a punt back to the #1 team in the state.
Nice hang time on that punt. Let's see if they can get a good bounce. They're getting a nice bounce. But so Avon, what's it got? 2:47, 2:46 left in the game. Just got to get in field goal range for the win.
All right, let's see if they can make it happen.
The week on TV 40.
All right, as that game takes a break, let's take a break ourselves and give you a quick 60-second word from our sponsors, Bath Experts.
No reason to run
all right, thanks to Bath Experts.
that quickly.
Right this one, Avon, after a big play, is inside the 40 and marching. Like you said, I only have to get in field goal range, and it looks like they're not going to have much trouble doing that. So let's take it away with the call and see if they can finish this one
And this will be the game we put to bed tonight, Friday Night Live. So we're going to stick with it until the conclusion. So if it goes to overtime, we get paid OT.
Do we?
You do.
All right, let's go. Let's get some overtime. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Let's take it away with the call.
Thinking about starting to call your timeouts, because I always like calling timeouts when you're on defense, because on offense you can stop the clock, but you've got to start calling your timeouts here. If they pick up the first down, Zionsville's got to start calling timeouts.
It's 2nd and 5. Hessen firing, completed pass, good enough for a first down to Joe Hall. Tackled on the play by Will Veet. And now you're looking as the football at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, from here it's about a 43-yard field goal. But again, Avon's thinking touchdown. Zionsville's got to start using their timeouts.
Nick Bandy's longest field goal of the season is 40 yards. Up the middle goes Love, and an excellent gain inside the 20. Inside the 20-yard line, down to the 17.
I don't understand why Zionsville's not calling timeouts here.
They could regroup too defensively if they did that.
Absolutely. Watch Love break a couple tackles here, gain a yine. He's so low to the ground. Love is 5'3", 150 pounds. No, I did not say that wrong. 5'3", 150. Low to the ground and got 9 yards.
There he is again. He's got the first down to the 15. Let's see if Avon calls a timeout. In fact, we're down to 45 seconds.
No, I wouldn't. I mean, it's a 32-yard field goal. If you can't hit this, you have no business being 8-0.
But why not just try for the touchdown and not risk it if you don't have to?
100%, but I don't understand. The clock is running. Zionsville's not calling timeout. This makes no sense to me whatsoever.
Hessen will bark him out on 1st and 10 from the 15.
Nice chip.
Over the incomplete. He got an excellent block. He got an excellent block at the last minute from the blind side. He would have been hit very hard. And that'll stop the clock with 25 seconds.
Yeah, that's always your best friend, is those running backs that can chip those linebackers or defensive ends coming in. Take a look at the replay right here. Watch Hessen in the pocket, and then watch Jalen Love right here. Just boom, he got him. Nice block. Pick up that and it stops the clock on the incomplete pass. That's good for Zionsville. But again, I'm a little surprised. They've wasted over a minute by not calling timeouts here.
Hessen, they give it to Love, running left. And down to the 12-yard line They're going to let the clock run. Timeout is called by Avon with 17 seconds, and now you can go for on third down. Let's see what they do. It's third down, and they are in field goal range. The game is tied at 28.
I mean, you know, the thing is, you kick a field goal here, the game's over. I mean, it's just that simple. And so what Coach...
Would you kick it on third down now?
No, I kick it on fourth, but my point is that that's why I didn't understand why they weren't calling timeouts, because you've got to save the clock. The clock is not your friend, and Coach Bless is making sure that the clock just runs. He called timeout here on third down because what he wants to do is he's probably just going to run the football. He's not going to throw the football, and he's going to get it in the middle of the field, and he's going to kick a 27, 25, maybe a 24-yard field goal and end the game.
Once in a while you see it tried on third down because if it's a poor snap, you get another chance.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and you can do that. But he's going to try to get to the middle of the field.
Which I understand.
And be completely satisfied with putting this ball in Bandy's hands and on his foot with a 26, 27-yard field goal. And Zionsville's going to have hardly any time left whatsoever to try to answer that.
It's a 3rd and 6, 19 seconds to go.
If he puts this ball in the air, I'd be shocked.
Love is tripped, and he's actually back to the 14-yard line. You're looking at about a 30-yard field goal. Avon calls time. And they could have let the clock run down a few seconds to make it the last play of the game.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand either. I agree with you on that. Now, the only thing is you can say, well, it's fourth down, so it doesn't matter. Because to your point, if it's a bad snap, then you got no shot. So, yeah, I mean, this has been well played by Coach Bless, getting this clock all the way down. And you got to put your, you know, the game in their kicker's hands here. I mean, 30 of 31 on PATs, 4 of 7 on field goals.
With 40 yards is long for the year, and this is about, what, a 30-yarder?
Yep. This is almost a chip shot for high school football players.
Here we go. We're tied at 28.
He couldn't have better field position right here in the middle of the field.
Nick Bandy trying to do it and win this game. High snap. He's got the distance, and the kick is good. The kick is good. Nick Bandy does it, and with 9 points.
All right, so huge field goal there. It's going to put the #1 team back on top.
When you come for the king, you best not miss.
Phew, I like that. But that was a heck of a game. Glad that we could bring it to you here on IndyStar Friday Night Live.
Glad I can impress you.
But we're not done because we've got highlights.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And so we should have shown you these earlier, but we're going to show them to you now. Here's that Jacob Riddle diving touchdown catch for Westfield. But again, 19-14, Fishers wins this game, but that was still a very nice play for Westfield. Valiant effort there from the Shamrocks. Here we go, Cathedral. David Perry, a short jet sweep for the touchdown against Brebeuf Jesuit. Cathedral wins this game 21-7. The Irish are for real. And then New Pal. Oh no, guess what? Charlie Spiegel, touchdown. Wash, rinse, repeat. That was his 5th. He scored 6.
Can't get them all. It's too hard to get them all.
Jeez. All right, and back to this Fishers game. This is Dylan Scally, his 40-yard touchdown run. That was a great move right there.
It was.
Getting there. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go. He's going. That was the scoring play that won the game for Fishers. Just a fantastic game. We watched it pretty much in its entirety for you when it mattered. And then here we go, back to Cathedral. Our final highlight of the night. This is Jake Langdon, a short touchdown. Boom. Again, 21-7. Cathedral beats Brebeuf Jesuit. That wraps up Week 8. We've got one more week of the regular season.
One more week of regular season. And again, thank you all for joining us. Thank you to all of our network partners, our sponsors, Bath Experts. This has been a great week and the biggest week we've been able to bring you. Again, had access to bring you a 14-game live look-ins from throughout the state because we are statewide now. We are not only just on.
We are sanctioned.
We're not just on IndyStar.com. We're also, thanks to our friends at the IHSAA, rocking out with them as well. So big thank you to them for their partnership and their support all season long. And we're going to keep getting better each and every week. And like you said, 1 week left before we get to the postseason, so you're not going to want to miss it. So make sure you tune back in 7 p.m. for the next episode of Friday Night Live. And, of course, IndyStar.com is going to have continued coverage of all the games throughout the area.
I've got a programming note. And also, don't forget, Sunday, 5 o'clock, the IHSAA football sectional draw. You can watch it live on IndyStar.com, courtesy of our friends at the IHSA Champions Network. You can also listen to it on the radio, 107.5. But when you don't have seeded playoffs, the sectional draw is so vitally important, and you can get all that action on IndyStar.com at 5 o'clock on Sunday.
All right, so 5 o'clock on Sunday next week, 7 p.m. on Friday, we will be back. So for Matt Glenesk, I'm your host, Justin Mack. Thank you for joining us and for watching IndyStar Friday Night Live.